Good evening. Thanks for joining us. This is the World News on your premium talk radio today, 95.1 FM Port Harcourt. And the headlines: Senate President Godswill Akpabio reaffirms Nigeria's readiness to collaborate with Switzerland to diversify economy. Minister of Humanitarian Affairs Nantawe Yelwadda accuses politicians of interference in government conditional cash transfer. Obiakwa Local Government Council profiles community youth organizations to end youth conflict. On the foreign scene, World Food Programme warns of worsening food crisis in Afghanistan. I am Lucky Maxwell. The President of the Senate, Godswill Akpabio, has reaffirmed Nigeria's readiness to collaborate with Switzerland to drive innovation, diversify the economy, and create lasting opportunities for future generations. Akpabio highlighted Nigeria's position as Africa's largest economy and a member of the African Continental Free Trade Area, emphasizing the country's willingness to engage with the European Free Trade Organization beyond traditional trade partnerships. Speaking in Abuja during a courtesy visit by the chairman and members of the Swiss EFTA delegation to the National Assembly, Akpabio recalled the 2017 agreement in which Switzerland returned $321 million in recovered funds to Nigeria, describing it as a historic act that strengthened trust and set a global standard for accountability and justice. Akpabio also highlighted Nigeria's ongoing economic reforms under President Bola Tinubu, including the removal of fuel subsidies and the unification of the Naira exchange rate. He noted that these reforms were paving the way for sustainable growth, with projections suggesting a GDP growth of 4.17% by 2025. The Minister of Humanitarian Affairs and Poverty Reduction, Nantawe Yelwadda, says some politicians are trying to influence poor Nigerians who make the social register to enjoy the government conditional cash transfer. The minister, who said this during a television program, claimed some people want ministry to bend and allow the governors or states generate the list and send to the government. He, however, clarified that conditions were attached to qualified citizens for the social safety net. The minister, who said he suspended cash transfers, disclosed that national identification number and bank verification number were now compulsory for all digital transfers for audit and transparency purposes. The minister said while 19.8 million poor Nigerians were captured on the nation's social register to qualify for social safety funds, the government had validated only the identities of 1.2 million poor Nigerians. The National Identity Management Commission says it will roll out an improved multi-purpose biometric identity card soon. A Director General and Chief Executive Officer of NIMC, Abishoye Kuka Odusote, who disclosed this at a briefing on improved NIN card in Abuja, said the move is in collaboration with the Nigerian Interbank Settlement System. Kuka said the new card program aims to address multiple use cases of federal government and private sector interventions, and also targeted at addressing social and economic issues in the country with the payment functionalities and identity as a foundation. She explained that the new multitasking card also facilitates the inclusion of citizens in the social and economic activities in the country. She noted that the second program of the card, called the Government of People card, addresses the current need for government and its agencies and even private sectors to be able to identify people who are providing such services in a very secure and verifiable manner. This is expected to take care of challenges in terms of identifying the CEO, assured that the card will be made available to Nigerians at affordable cost, adding that the newly designed biometric card is designed to uplift 133 million Nigerians out of poverty and provide seamless services. The Nigerian Midstream and Downstream Petroleum Regulatory Authority has commenced the rollout of gas licenses to qualified players in the sector following the frequent collapse of the national grid. The grid that has so far recorded one collapse this year, after more than 10 incidents in 2024, has plunged several parts of the country into hours of total darkness. A statement by the NMDPRA media unit signed by Jamila Adama said the development was in line with President Bola Tinubu's directive to ensure all power generation assets receive the gas needed for a robust expansion of the existing national distribution grid system. The Financial Reporting Council says Nigeria has not attained the point of a hyperinflationary economy. The council, in a statement by its Secretary Chief Executive Officer Rabiu Olowo, added that International Accounting Standards IAS 29 was not necessary for 2024 financial statement preparation. He noted that IAS 29, which borders on financial reporting in hyperinflationary economies, should not be applied in the preparation of financial statement for the 2024 financial year. Inflation comes on the heels of rising headline inflation in the country. As of January 23, 2025, Nigeria's inflation rate was put at 34.8% by the National Bureau of Statistics. However, the Central Bank of Nigeria, CBN, expects inflation to decrease as reforms take effect. The Speaker of the Lagos State House of Assembly, Mojisola Meranda, has officially moved into the Speaker's office at the Lagos State House of Assembly complex. Miranda was accompanied into her new office by members of the State Assembly, where a prayer session was held on her behalf, as well as other members of the House, for smooth leadership of the Assembly and collaboration among the honorable members of the House. Today's plenary was adjourned to a later date by the leadership of the House, Mojisola Meranda. The former Speaker, Mudashiru Obasa, broke his silence over the weekend, insisting that he remains the Speaker until due process is followed. Obasa was removed by the majority of the House members on January 13, 2025, following allegations of misconduct and financial misappropriation. The Governor of Kaduna State, Uba Sani, has defended his administration's decision to enter a peace pact with terrorists in the state, emphasizing that his priority is preserving lives and ensuring peace. Responding to critics of the initiative, the governor clarified that the decision followed 6 months of dialogue and did not involve any payment to the terrorist. The governor stressed that his administration did not offer any monetary incentive to the terrorists to secure the agreement. The peace pact was facilitated with the support of traditional rulers and religious leaders who played a vital role during the 6 months of discreet negotiations. Governor Sani noted that one of the preconditions for the reconciliation was the release of all captives held by the terrorists. He revealed that approximately 200 individuals were freed as a result of the talks, which he believed signal the sincerity of the agreement. You're listening to the World News on Today 95.1 FM. We'll be right back after the short break.
Every day, every hour, when the big stories break, depend on our 24-hour news team to bring you the latest. Today, 95.1 FM.
The Greater Port Harcourt City Development Authority hereby inform all corporate and private individuals allotted lands for development in the Phase 1 area of the new city between 2009 to 2024 and have not developed their plots are advised to commence the development immediately. The authority is always ready and available to assist allottees with the necessary processes, documentations and approvals to facilitate the development of their properties. As a responsible agency of government, the Greater Port Harcourt City Development Authority does not encourage land banking. Therefore, any allotment that is not developed within the specified period will be revoked for immediate development in line with the new city master plan. For more inquiry, please visit the Greater Port Harcourt head office at kilometer 33 Port Harcourt Owerri Road, Iguru Tali, or www.gphcity.org or call 0805 431 1111. Signed, Town Planner Dr. Tonta Davis, Acting Administrator, Greater Port Harcourt City Development Authority.
Thanks for staying with us. Now the rest of the news. Following the controversy rocking youth groups in communities in parts of River State, The Obiakpa Local Government Council has begun profiling community youth organizations in an effort to monitor their operations and put an end to conflict with constituted authorities. The supervisor for youth in Obiakpa Local Government, Frederick Ihuigwe, who disclosed this to newsmen, said the council chairman Chijoke Huo-led administration was poised to change the narrative and ensure that issues of crisis among youth were put to rest. Ihuigwe said the youth groups must be registered, especially in his office, warning that any youth organization that fails to register will not be recognized by the council. He commended the move by the council chairman Chijoke Huo, urging Obiakpa people to support Governor Similar Ifuba's-led government. The people of Minikpiti community, also known as the Ishi family in Rumo Lumini, have reiterated that Chukwuemeka Meham is not their paramount ruler, as the matter is still pending before a Rivers State High Court. In response to a news publication, the community head, Chief Thangod Mark, and Secretary Kingsley Oro clarified that the traditional stool of Rumolumini was currently the subject of ongoing litigation. They stated that contrary to publications by Chukwuemeka Meham, all developed portions of land where the Ignatius Ajuri University of Education campus is situated, including the main entrance gate, administrative blocks, and faculties, belong to the Ishi family. Acknowledging the sacrifices and contributions of the family, they urged the university management, the Rivers State government, and the general public to disregard any publication from Meham and allow reason to prevail, ensuring that the Ishi family is not sidelined in the ongoing recruitment process. The people of Minikpiti community further reaffirmed their confidence in the current university management and its commitment to recognizing and upholding the rights of the primary landowners during the recruitment exercise. On the foreign scene, the head of the World Food Program in Afghanistan says the agency can only feed half the millions of Afghans in need after cuts in international aid and an impending freeze in U.S. foreign funding. WFP Country Director Xiao Wei Li said many people were living on just bread and tea. Afghanistan was tipped to the brink of economic crisis in 2021 as the Taliban took over and all development and security assistance to the country was freezed, with restrictions also placed on the banking sector. Since then, humanitarian aid aimed at funding urgent needs through a non-profit organizations and bypassing government control has filled some of the gap. But donors have been cutting steadily in recent years, concerned by Taliban restrictions on women, including their order that Afghan female NGO employees stop work and completing global crisis. Lee said funding cuts had meant that roughly half the 15 million Afghans in acute need of food were not receiving rations during this year's harsh winter. In sport, former Belgian international Raja Nainggolan has been arrested as part of an investigation into cocaine trafficking via the port of Antwerp. The Brussels prosecutor's office said the police arrested several suspects, including the footballer, after carrying out a series of raids across the country. The 36-year-old came out of retirement last week to join a lower-tier Belgian side, adding a final spell to a long career that saw him play 30 matches and scored 6 goals for the national team. Having played for Italian teams Cagliari, Inter Milan and Roma, he had been without a club since last summer before signing with Belgian second-tier outfit Lokeren last week. He marked his debut with a goal at the weekend in Lokeren's 1-1 home draw to Liège. He had previously returned from Italy to Belgium in the summer of 2021 to join Royal Antwerp. In entertainment, Nigerian rapper Speed Darlington has disclosed how he narrowly escaped an alleged assassination attempt. While hinting his fans, Darlington said the incident occurred in the early hours of today on his way from a club in the Victoria Island area of Lagos. The allegation comes days after his release from detention in Kuje prison, where he was held for undisclosed charges. Also, in a video shared on his Instagram page, Darlington revealed that unknown gunmen shot at his car multiple times, leaving it severely damaged. To end the news, as a summary of the major stories. We told you that the Senate President, Godswill Akpabio, has reaffirmed Nigeria's readiness to collaborate with Switzerland to diversify the economy. The Minister of Humanitarian Affairs, Netangwa Yelwata, has accused politicians of interfering in government conditional cash transfer to vulnerable citizens. He also told you that Obiakpo Local Government Council is profiling community youth organizations to end youth conflict. On the foreign scene, you heard that the World Food Programme has warned of worsening food crisis in Afghanistan. Stella Sasongo Okore, editor of the news. For comments and inquiries, please call 08183892850. Send your emails to news@todayfmlive.com. Read our stories on todayfmlive.com. Good evening. I am Lucky Maxwell.
Today's news, today's entertainment, today's sports, today's issues. Today on Today 95.1 FM, Port Harcourt.
Birthday message to His Excellency Sir Siminalayi Joseph Fubara. The entire membership of the 1983 Old Boys Association of Enitone High School, Port Harcourt, aka the 1983 Golden Class, heartily congratulate His Excellency Sir Siminalayi Joseph Fubara, the Executive Governor of Rivers State, on the momentous occasion of his 50th birthday on the 28th of January 2025. We celebrate your tireless effort to drive progress and development in Rivers State. As you mark this significant birthday, we pray that God continues to bless you with wisdom, strength, and good health to fulfill your noble vision for our dear state. Once again, congratulations, Your Excellency, Sir Siminalayi Joseph Fubara. May this new chapter bring you greater joy, fulfillment, and success. Announcer Matthew Okpokiri, President, 1983 Old Boys Association of Enitone High School, Port Harcourt.
What's a successful business without sales? And what is sales without an audience? Well, do you know that you can reach 8 million listeners across 6 states in 2 geopolitical zones all at once? How? With Today 95.1 FM, you can get millions of people to know about your business. And what does that mean to you? More sales. Call 081 389 2850 now for more information.
All you need to know about this one is that
95.1 FM. Such a unique style.
Please listen to this paid infomercial.
Hello. Welcome to this life-changing online business education program on radio, brought to you by Raleigh Academy. On the show today, we will be discussing 6 Figures 2025. And we have in the studio to discuss with us a seasoned e-trader and an online entrepreneur with Raleigh Academy. He was trained at the London Business School. He also attended the London School of Business and Finance and the London Academy of Trading. He has certification in technical analysis from Cyprus. He has gathered over 13 years of experience in financial trading and technical analysis. Well, he's a pro when it comes to this business. It's my pleasure to let you know who our guest is. Michael Akinwale. Michael, thanks for joining us on the show today.
Thank you so much, Lekun. Happy New Year to you.
All right. Happy New Year to you. Yeah, we haven't said that.
Yeah.
All right, Michael, let's start from the basics.
Okay.
It's a new year, and I'm sure everyone is looking forward to how this year 2025 is going to be like. Do you have thoughts or projections on the year 2025 when it comes to making money online and all that?
Absolutely. I have a lot of thoughts concerning this year. But you see, before we look at the future, it's best to actually start from the past, the year 2024.
Okay.
And we all know that 2024 economically was a very tough year for a country like Nigeria. For instance, our 2 major economic drivers, which is that oil and exchange rate, actually went to all-time high, which actually led to very high inflation. But you see, it wasn't just in Nigeria. Several parts of the world, there was extremely high inflation. But you see, with all of these problems, if you check, the wealthiest individuals in the world actually got richer in the year 2024. For instance, the 500 richest people actually saw their combined wealth surpass 10 trillion in the year 2024, which is a substantial rise from what the previous years used to look like. All right? And this surge was actually driven by the robust performance in the technology companies. Companies like Tesla, Apple, Nvidia, all these companies had record high profits last year, 2024, which actually brought about a lot of growth. And also, what powered last year was a lot of investment into artificial intelligence. All right?
Okay.
So, with this hindsight, we can actually say that if you want to earn six figures in year 2025, you need to actually be in the technology sector.
Wow, interesting. But the technology sector is quite wide.
Absolutely, yes.
Mike, let's get more specific now. What areas of the technology sector do you recommend?
Okay, let me first break it down. If you talk of technology sector, we're majorly looking at businesses that are powered by technology and also AI, all right?
Okay.
And there are several of them that an average Nigerian can do right now to begin to earn six figures. For instance, you can actually get into e-commerce. E-commerce is getting bigger and bigger globally. Why? Because people's behavior is changing. Everybody now wants to order everything online. So e-commerce is an area that everybody can get into, which is buying and selling of products or goods online. Then we have what we call YouTube automation. Online traffic is growing. If you have a good YouTube channel where you have very good content, you're actually going to be earning some good six figures monthly from that. And also you have what we call online trading of stocks, currencies, and commodities. All right? So which is the buying and selling of financial instruments in a bid to make a profit. So these are some businesses that I know that in 2025, they're going to be big. And I think every Nigerian should plug in, use technology to guarantee that they earn six figures in this year 2025.
Okay, I mean, the pool is still quite wide.
Absolutely.
The number of things you've mentioned.
Yeah.
You've done very well for yourself in this business.
Yeah.
Which of these businesses are you most engaged in? And would you recommend for Nigerians in 2025?
Okay. Now, from these tech-based businesses, which I've highlighted, all right, for me, and looking at the fact that I've had about 12, 13 years when it comes to the business online, for me, the fastest and the easiest business you can do right now to achieve six figures in this year 2025 is actually online trading, which, like I said, is the online buying and selling of financial instruments. When I say financial instruments, we're looking at things like stocks, commodities, currencies, in a bid to make some very good profit for yourself. So, for instance, let me try and break it down to let you know reasons why online trading can be superior to a lot of businesses. Number one is that for trading, you can do from anywhere you are in the world. So you are not actually tied to any location. Whether you're in Nigeria, you are abroad, you are even in a flight now, you can actually trade online. Then you don't need big capital to start. With a smartphone, actually, you can actually start trading. You don't need an office. You don't need staff. You don't need employees. All right? And then trading is the only business I know can give you income immediately. You know, it's so cool these days that I open a trading account, put, for instance, maybe $10,000, and in a day you make profit. For instance, I'm also involved in other businesses. There are businesses that if you put in investment now, 1 year, you're actually trying to make a profit. Are you get what I'm saying now?
True.
Trading is the only business that I know can actually give you immediate income. And then you can do trading part-time, full-time, or 24 hours. You can actually be an investor when it comes to trading. All right? Now, let me try and break down how you can actually do trading part-time or full-time.
Okay.
Let's take somebody who is doing trading full-time, who we call a day trader. All right? And that person is trading a commodity like gold. You know, everybody knows what gold is, even though most people know it physically. But now we have what we call electronic gold, online gold, which you can buy and sell. And the price of gold actually moves at least 200 points every day. So as a trader, let's assume you're trading at $1 per point movement, and you're able to pick 100 points out of the 200 points that gold moves every day. That's the profit of about $100 a day. Now, we have about 22 trading days in a month because the market is closed on weekends. If you multiply $100 by 22 working days, it gives you $2,200 monthly. Now, when you convert that to Naira, you know you're already in the six figures. All right?
Okay.
So you can easily achieve that when it comes to online trading. So let's look at the other side. For people who are actually very busy, they don't have the time to trade. So we call them investors or even long-term traders. All right? And I'm going to be using gold again as a case study in this case to explain how such people actually can make money in this trading. Now, last year, 2024, gold actually gained about 8,000 points.
8,000
points last year. That's what gold actually did. And let's assume you're very busy. So maybe around January or February last year you bought gold. And by middle of the year, gold has actually gained about 8,000 points. And you're trading at $1 per point movement. $8,000 profit you have made from gold. When you multiply this by the current exchange rate in Naira, you know what that is, six figures. So that's basically how online trading can actually be one of the easiest and most promising business that Nigerians can do, actually, to earn six figures in this year, 2025. And I can tell you, latch on right now and let's make this year a very great year.
All right, 2025 is beginning to feel juicy already.
Absolutely.
I mean, with the figures you're calling.
Yeah.
Wisdom that says profitable to direct. I know several people are curious to know how they can be a part of this business.
Yeah.
Tell us more about it.
Okay, I know the truth of the matter is that most people start the year with New Year resolutions, New Year plan, how much you want to make in the year. But I can say this, the most important decision people need to make now is how they can acquire the right knowledge that can actually get them those financial dreams they're talking about. Benjamin Franklin states very clearly that an investment in knowledge pays the best interest. Let me say that again. An investment in knowledge pays the best interest. And that's why Rally Academy is here. We are an educational company, and we actually offer education and mentorship programs designed to show you how to start online business or other businesses and how you can actually earn 6 figures from them. In this month of January, we're going to be having a conference which we are titling the Rally Vate Conference. The Rally Vate Conference. The Vate there comes from the word elevate. It's Rally Elevation Conference. We call it to Rally Vate Conference. It's an action learning conference where we're going to be showing you how you can elevate your income to 6 figures in the year 2025, all right, with the business skills and the mindset that you also need to succeed in online trading. Apart from that, we're also going to be putting you on the softwares and the AIs. Remember I said earlier that when it comes to technology, AI is a big deal now. So you can't talk about technology without AI. Everything is AI now. So when it comes to online trading also, we have AIs that can actually do this business for you while you are sleeping. So all of this stuff we're going to be looking at this Rally Vate Conference is an event you cannot afford to miss, and I can tell you this is the way to actually start to make the year 2025 a very great year.
Okay, I like the coinage, the creativity. Rally Vate Conference.
Yeah.
What does it cost to attend the Rally Vate Conference, and who can actually attend?
Anyone who is looking to earn 6 figures in this year 2025 should be at this conference. And you don't have to be a computer guru. As long as you can use your smartphone, you can actually make a call, you can do WhatsApp, then you can be at this event. And you can be a professional, you can be a banker, you can be an investor, a business owner, you can be a very skillful person in several other things that you do. All right? You can be an employee, you can even be a housewife. As long as you want to start earning 6 figures in 2025, be at this event. You can never be the same. And guess what, Lekon? This event is coming absolutely free for Nigerians.
Wow.
Right now, we're still making this event free. So begin to register now. Be at this event, and I can tell you, you can never be the same.
All right. One opportunity. This could be an opportunity of a lifetime.
Yeah.
Give us the dates, venue, and time of the event, and how participants can register to attend.
The conference will be taking place for 2 days right here in the city of Port Harcourt. And the date this event is going to be taking place is this week, Thursday 30th, and Friday, the 31st of January, 2025. And that again, this week, Thursday 30th, and Friday, 31st of January, 2025. On these 2 days, the time will be from 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. From 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. So 3 hours of very, very life-changing time. And the venue of the event on those 2 days will be at the Rally Academy. The Rally Academy, 2nd floor, City View House, number 26, Abba Road, by Market Junction. Right here in the city of Port Harcourt. The Rally Academy, 2nd floor, City View House, number 26, Abba Road, by Market Junction. Right here in the city of Port Harcourt. Very popular place, I can tell you. You cannot miss it. It's very important that you register to be at this event so we know you are coming and we can prepare for you. And to register is simple. Send an SMS to your phone number, then your seat will be reserved to be at this event. So take your phone right now. Let me show you how to register. If you want to register to attend on the first day, which is Thursday, the 30th of January 2025, send an SMS with the word PH1. PH is short for Port Harcourt, and the number to this phone number 091 6466 0000. Let me get that phone number again 091 6466 0000. And if you want to register to attend on the second day, which is Friday, the 31st of January 2025, send an SMS with the word PH2. PH is short for Port Harcourt, and the number 2 to the same phone number 091 6466 0000. Let me get that phone number again 091 6466 0000. Let me get that phone number again 091 6466 0000. Thank you.
Now, what else would participants benefit at this conference?
Well, this event is already power-packed, but our Culture and Rally Academy, we believe education is a continuum. It's not just something you collect once and then you go and start doing it 100%. It's a continuum. You have to keep developing yourself. So for the first 100 people to register to attend this event, at that conference, you're going to be putting your hand on educational materials that contains videos and trainings, how you can actually develop wealth in this digital age, all right? That's coming to the first 100 people to register for this event. Secondly, we're going to put in your hand our 125% bonus. This is year 2025. Rally Academy is going to put in your hand 125% bonus. This is at least 125,000 naira added to people's trading capital for them to start the business of e-trading, all right, and begin to make this year 2025 a very great one. So begin to register now. Come and pick up your educational material. Come and pick up your 125% bonus, and I can tell you, we can begin to make this year 2025 a very great year.
Michael, can you tell us the dates, venue, and time of the training, and how participants can register to attend?
The conference will be taking place for 2 days right here in the city of Port Harcourt. And the date this event is going to be taking place is this week, Thursday 30th, and Friday, the 31st of January 2025. That again, this week, Thursday 30th, and Friday, 31st of January 2025. On these 2 days, the time will be from 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. From 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. So 3 hours of very, very life-changing time. And the venue of the event on those 2 days will be at the Rally Academy. The Rally Academy, second floor, City View House, number 26, Abba Road, by Market Junction. Right here in the city of Port Harcourt. The Rally Academy, second floor, City View House, number 26, Abba Road, by Market Junction. Right here in the city of Port Harcourt. Very popular place, I can tell you. You cannot miss it. It's very important that you register to be at this event so we know you are coming and we can prepare for you. And to register is simple. Send an SMS to your phone number, and then your seat will be reserved to be at this event. So take your phone right now. Let me show you how to register. If you want to register to attend on the first day, which is Thursday, the 30th of January 2025, send an SMS to the word PH1. PH is short for Port Harcourt, and the number to this phone number 091 6466 0000. Let me take that phone number again 091 6466 0000. And if you want to register to attend on the second day, which is Friday, the 31st of January 2025, send an SMS with the word PH2. PH is short for Port Harcourt, and the number 2 to the same phone number 091 6466 0000. Let me take that phone number again 091 6466 0000. Let me take that phone number again 091 6466 0000. Thank you.
All right, you've heard it directly from the horse's mouth, Michael Akinwale. When it comes to online businesses, this man is a pro, I told you. Thank you very much, Michael, for sharing those insights with us.
Thank you so much for having me.
Bye for now.
And that was a paid infomercial.
Hey, you want to speed drive? Come on, go to the racetrack. You want to smoke? Not on the steering wheel. You want to drink alcohol? Don't do it on wheels. Go to a bar and don't drive afterwards. Seatbelts are not for fancy. They're there to save your life. Know your traffic rules and obey them because they are for your own good. Drive with care because life is dear. What do you love listening to? What's your style? What's your choice? What do you yearn for? So we've got great talk, amazing conversations, entertainment, sport, and lifestyle. So tune in to Today95.1 FM Port Harcourt, because we are the voice of the people. The voice of the
people. Bunkering is a legal act of smuggling crude oil from pipelines and storage facilities, which poses significant dangers to Nigerian society. This activity has different consequences that affect various aspects of the nation's well-being, and it has consequences such as untimely death, environmental devastation. It fuels insecurity. It also damages our infrastructure, and it also damages our international prestige. You might say, how do we make a living if we stop this illegal activity? Well, as a young individual, you can channel your energy into positive endeavors that can help you generate income and create an adequate future for yourself. These are some ideas to help you generate income. You can go into starting a business. You can also acquire digital skills or gain agricultural knowledge or engage in farming. You can also acquire art and creativity. You talk about technology and innovation. Then, skills and vocational training. Please note that success often requires dedication, consistency, and continuous learning. This message is brought to you by your premium talk radio, Today 95.1 FM, Port Harcourt.
Okay, all right. All you need to know about this one is that
95.1 FM? Such a unique style.
Talk radio. I listen to a lot of talk radio.
95.1 FM.
But that one no mean say I know they wish you well, yo. I mind my own business like don't give a shit, but I still they feel you. Cause we are one in the same one struggle. Hustle. Plus without you, there'll be no one to call my brother. I say without you, there'll be no one to call my neighbor. I say without you, there'll be no one to show I care. Oh, without you, there'll be no me. That's why I say, I don't want you to look at me like a stranger. I don't want to come across to you like just another nigga. I know you cannot trust nobody, but you have to trust someone. Oh, that's why I want you to see me as your brother. Oh. Yeah, brother. Yeah, brother. Oh, brother. See me as your brother. See me as your brother. Listen, as you see me so, it marry don't bless me, yo. But that one no mean say I will come this start to pose you. See, we are all gifted and unique in our own different ways, but we are one in the same one struggle. Hustle. Plus without you, there will be no one to call my lawyer, my doctor. Say without you, there will be no one to call my baba, my dancer. I say without you, there will be no one to call my African queen. Oh, without you, there'll be no me. That's why I say, I don't want you to look at me like a stranger. Don't want to come across to you like just another nigga. Oh, I know you cannot trust nobody, but you have to trust someone. Oh, that's why I want you to see me as your brother. Oh. Hey, brother. Oh, hey, brother. See me as your nigga. See hypothetical nigga. Oh, see me as your brother. Oh, yeah. Edumare bless you. Edumare bless me. Edumare bless us. Oh, yeah. Edumare bless you. Edumare bless you. Edumare bless us. Oh, yeah. Oh. See me as your brother. See me as your brother. Look me like your nigga. I say hypertech nigga. See me as your guy. See me as your nigga. See me as your nigga. I say hypertech nigga. See me as your brother. See me as your brother. Why don't you look like your sister? Oh, yeah. Oh.
His name is Two-Face, and Two-Face Idibia. Yes, of course. And a whole lot of controversy here and there. Divorce, no divorce with Annie Idibia. But, man, I take concern us, right? It's their private life now, and they are all adults, so they can fix things. Is that not so? Now, I wanted to ask you a question on what's on your mind. Have you ever lived with people who don't like paying bills? Like, they don't like cooperating with every other person in the compound. I'll give you an instance. Okay, you're paying estimated bills, right? And then you're supposed to, when they bring the bill now, you break it down. You have 4 flats, or you have 6 flats, or you have 10 flats. You break it down, and then everybody's supposed to pay his or her own part. Then you remit to PhD. Yes, we know the fraud that is ongoing and all that, but the truth of the matter is, if you have average electricity, then definitely you can pay. But have you discovered that there are people within a particular environment that does not like paying bills at all? If you say you should come together, contribute money, if there's no electricity to pump water, they wouldn't want to contribute. There's nothing you do within your compound that they will always contribute. I don't know. Have you seen such kind of people? Do you live close to them? How do you handle them? That's the question I want to ask. How do you handle such people? Everybody is supposed to come together, contribute money to solve a particular problem. Either in the compound, something went wrong, you have to contribute. They will not pay. You want to pump water, they will not contribute money to buy fuel. That's if you don't have electricity, or you've not had electricity for a while, and you need to come together. You have maybe a generator, a compound generator. What's just there is to put money together, buy fuel. But when you pump the water, they want to use it. And they will make trouble if you want to disallow them from using the water. Please, ladies and gentlemen, how do you handle such people? How do you live with such people? How do you cope with such people? People who don't like paying bills, people who don't like contributing anything in the compound. They don't like anything that will take money from their pocket is a crime. Do you understand? How do you handle such people? Please call in and let me know. How do you handle them? 0810-9510-951. Have you lived with such people in your life? Please, how do you handle such people? Hello, good evening.
Master, good evening.
Yes, sir, go ahead.
Thank you. Ross, I don't know what is really giving you the inspiration. All these topics you bring up, honestly, they are life experience. I want to tell you, Maxwell, you are doing well. God is really with you. Maxwell, as I speak with you, in the compounds that I live, this is presently what I am going through. You know, there is a kind of person I am. I know that all fingers are not equal. And when I do what I do, I don't expect people to come to me and begin to say, thank you. No, I don't like it. Let us leave it for God. Because I know how it is with everybody. But behave well. Cooperate with others. If people are bringing out money to sort out light issues, NEPA issues, and you did not bring, maybe because you do not have, because nobody will come into your pocket to know whether you have or not. But see it that, oh, what these people are doing is for generality of all of us. And don't begin to squeeze face, to frown face, to keep enmity, malice. You don't greet people, you don't. And in the end, ask me what the people do to nothing. Most well, when they bring deal, I will like for something thousand, this. I will pay like what people in the same flat as me, as mine, are paying for 4,000. But if it is up to 10,000, I will give. If it is 8, I will give. Whatever comes out, I will give. I don't look at those. I don't look back in giving, honestly, except I don't have. No. Those people, we did meeting, we had meeting. I said, look, since I came in here, at least I'm the oldest tenant here. And it happened that we were fighting NEPA issues here long, when they used to give us 4 bills. Now they are bringing one, incorporating all in one bill. Let us try as much. This one, no, you know, concern me. You know, concern beg you. This. They will bring 2,000, 1,000. I'm telling you. As I'm speaking with you, a lot of them do not say good morning to me. They don't say hi. Master, let others talk again.
Thank you very much. Please join the conversation and tell me, don't pretend as though you don't know that there are people like that within your workplace, where you live. You know, they prove so difficult. You understand? They don't like contributing. They don't like... if there's anything you guys need to do, that will benefit everybody, they will abscond. But when the soup done, they want to come and eat. Please, how do you handle such people? How do you live with them? How do you go around without really having issues with such people? Hello? Hello, good evening.
Master.
Yes, sir. Go ahead.
Good evening to you.
Go ahead.
My name is Stevie. You see, such human being in Nigeria, in River State, in your territory, I think such human being are those kind of human beings don't appreciate the goodness of your capacity or what you are rendering to them. How you live with them is that you ignore them and like let us all face the hardship or that kind of situation that is before us, so that next time, maybe when they come out of it, they will learn their lesson that somebody that has been doing, that person that has been doing that thing is maybe, which they take it for granted for that time, they will learn from it. Because some Nigerians don't appreciate human beings. No matter what you do for them, they will see it as if you have been cheating on them, or you are cheating them, or you are taking advantage of them. So those kind of human beings, is for you to leave them for that moment. Let everybody pass through that same scenario, so that when we come out of it, they will know the impact of what you have been doing in that kind of situation. That's my take.
Thank you very much for your time. Let me add this one. Of course, some of you've gone on social media and you've started talking about what's happening between Two-Face and the wife. Okay? And you hear some people say, everybody have started judging her. Everybody is now a marriage counselor. But let me take this before I come to that. Yes, good evening.
Good evening, Maxwell.
Yes, please, go ahead.
Yes, this is Joshua calling from Aki.
Go ahead.
Okay, I think I've experienced this kind of things before in my former place. Some tenants are very, very funny. They use light bill. When they bring the light, they use light. When they bring the bill, you finish sharing, they'll be asking you how come the thing get to that amount. And when you give them the bill, and they will not pay, they will refuse to pay. They will be sentimental, causing problems. So what I normally do is that I'll say, okay, no problem. I will not talk to them. I will rally around my fellow neighbors to go and pay the bill. What I will do, I'll just go and call an electrician. I say, cut this man's light. They will cut the light. Then we will wait for him to come out and make problem. Because he has seen that there is majority. He will just humble himself. So, I mean, human beings are very funny sometimes, but you can't change them if they don't mean to change. So that's my experience. Thank you.
Thank you very much. So as I was saying, why are people talking ill about Two-Face because he and the wife is divorced? Why? Like, what's the problem? If it was okay, someone wrote that says when Pep Guardiola's wife announced, their divorce, a lot of people blamed the man, that he was the reason why the wife left him. Now Two-Face announced his own, and everybody is going after Two-Face. Oh, she loved you. You have used her. You have done this. You have done that. Is it that? How do I put it? Every problem that arises from a breakup is caused by the man? Is that the issue here? But in the other case, so that's Pep Guardiola's case. A lot of people say, oh, the reason why the woman actually left him was because she wanted her peace. But now Two-Face turn now. Everybody, they blame Two-Face. It's all right. I just said I should bring that in. But no problem. Have you met difficult people before? Talk to us. How do you manage such set of people? Like, how do you manage them? In the compound, they don't like paying for light bills. You want to pump water? But they will use the water. They are so difficult. They don't want to pay, but they want to use it. They want to enjoy it. For everything that will benefit the group, benefit everybody in the compound, in the yard, let me put it that way, they don't want to partake. But once food done, they want to eat. How do you relate with such people? How do you go around without necessarily fighting them? Send me a message to 0701-9339-962. Yes, good evening.
Good evening, Mr. Master.
Yes, sir, go ahead.
Yes, I remain anonymous.
Go ahead.
Yeah, I relocated from a different state to this place, from my own house and some houses that I gave to tenants. But on getting here, I entered into the same situation with the first speaker, whereby 3 other tenants were proving difficult. I simply called the landlord, discussed with him, and he cooperated with me to get a prepaid meter for each of the flats. Now, coming to the water, we have 2 tanks instead of 1. I pleaded with him to separate the tanks. He said no, he couldn't do that, and that we should cooperate. I simply distributed it, starting with myself to start pumping. Since we are 4 flats, it's 3 times in a year. I started, and then others followed. This is what we have been doing for the past 2 years. I've been a tenant here. So he should simply cooperate. Talk to the landlord, cooperate with him to get a meter for each of the 4 flats, and that solves the problem of light. About the water, this system I'm using, you should equally adopt it in that place since it's the oldest tenant. This was the same problem that caused the landlord to send away the other tenants because they were not cooperating and fighting every time. So when I came, I gave him my conditions. He too gave me his conditions, and that's how we've been living. He has been very grateful to me. And even though some people feel hydra-headed sometimes, they are forced to cooperate because you cannot do without light. The prepaid is yours. If you don't pay your light, that's your bill. So thank you so much. That's my own experience.
Thank you. Yes, good evening.
Maxwell.
Go ahead, sir.
Maxwell, good evening.
All right, go ahead.
I think
to the last class, because actually took my mind Maxwell. There are difficult people, they are everywhere. Now, and they excel where there are hypocrites, where there are cowards, honestly. Because I don't see one man terrorizing maybe a compound of 6, 7 flats with different people. It doesn't, I don't know how it works. So, just like the last, the last caller, if it is a combined prepaid, postpaid estimated billing, and the person is refusing to pay, when you get to pay the money, disconnect him and get ready for him. Give him a combined trouble. Let us see how he can beat 6, 7 people, 6, 7 men, as men as he is. That is my own decision. There's no true more decision about it. If the person is refusing to do what you're supposed to do and disconnect him, whether the water or anything, refuse him from taking it, and if he comes, people should give him combined trouble. That way he will be humbled. That's the way I know I can tackle it.
All right. Thank you very much. Hey. There are people who are very difficult to. Very difficult to deal with. Max, we are 4 families in the compound living in our different apartments. Outside the gate in front of our compound, sometimes the grass grows wild, defacing the compound. In my 4 years of living in the compound, I am the only person that pays for the clearing of the grass in front of the compound. Efforts to get others to join in contributing for the cutting of the grasses almost landed us in quarreling. I abandoned them and continued with my grass cutting. I love people. Mr. John, how long can you continue? That's the issue. Is it sustainable that you are the only one who will be paying someone to cut the grass? There are people like that, too. Let us clear the grass now. I lived in a compound, we're just 3, right? So, we could clear grass for front now. They were behaving like deaf and dumb. I left it until a snake came in one day and wanted to attack everybody. Nobody told them we clear grass by force, by fire. Because I'm the only one who has been doing it over time. I told them, let's do this thing now. Let's join hands. They will pretend as if I'm talking nonsense. Until snake entered the compound and, the other people, they have 2 kids. They have to come together now. We cleared grass by force, by fire. Well, that's what you can take. I have my guests already in the studio. We're going to tour through the Niger Delta problems and how we can solve it, particularly the Ogoni people. Those of you who are within the oil-producing communities, check your communities. They are all devastated. Check your communities. Poverty everywhere. Why? And you are sitting on gold. There's so much that is being taken from your land, yet underdeveloped. We've had our own brother who have been president, completed Yaradua's tenure, and sometimes I sit and I think about Niger Delta, and I feel so sad. Sincerely speaking, the other day I stated it, and I said, I wish I came from a place without oil and gas. Because if you take a look at the oil and gas, waiting now, what is it that you can show for it? Nothing now. No, you take a look at it. So we're going to look at the Niger Delta problem, the Ogoni issue, and your own community. And why is it that these places are very poor? The people inhabiting the place itself cannot boast of basic amenities. These communities cutting across with huge resources. How can we better solve these problems? I said it the other day, life is one. If you suffer here, you don't suffer bidato. When you go to the other end, you will now start grumbling over there. It's better you look for a way to solve your problem so you can enjoy here. We'll take the short break. We'll be right back. Stay with us.
Today's news in 60.
The Nigeria Deposit Insurance Corporation has reiterated calls for the introduction of a deposit insurance module in the curriculum of the Institute of Chartered Accountants of Nigeria, CAN. The Federal Ministry of Industry, Trade and Investment has announced plans to conduct a nationwide census of micro, small and medium enterprises in 2025 as part of its economic growth and industrial transformation strategy. The Central Bank of Nigeria has allocated $1.87 billion for food imports in the first 9 months of 2024, representing a $235.11 million increase compared to the $1.64 billion recorded in the same period of 2023. The Nigerian equity market recorded a surge last week as the All Share Index and market capitalization appreciated by 1.22% and 1.26% respectively. And on the foreign scene, U.S. President Donald Trump has announced sweeping tariffs on Colombia before abruptly pulling the threat after reaching a deal on the return of deported migrants.
Today's news in 60.
What's a successful business without sales? And what is sales without an audience? Well, do you know that you can reach 8 million listeners across 6 states in 2 geopolitical zones all at once? How? With Today 95.1 FM, you can get millions of people to know about your business. And what does that mean to you? More sales. Call 081 389 2850 now for more information.
Okay, all right. All you need to know about this one is that
95.1 FM, such a unique style.
All right, thank you for joining us. Welcome to Area Talk on Today 95.1 FM. And on Area Talk, we'll take a look at community development. If our communities are developed, we will not have issues. People will reside wherever they are. Today, we're talking about high cost of living within the urban areas. Landlords are increasing their rent anyhow. And it's because the government is not in the market. One way to stabilize such system is when government comes in. But if our communities are well developed and we have basic amenities within our communities, there won't be rural-urban migration. People will stay within their communities, especially the oil-bearing communities. They will stay within their communities, do their business, and there won't be high cost of rent within the urban areas because the population would have been less. When the Greater Port Harcourt was coming up, we were thinking it was going to continue like that, and then people will, migrate down to that end. If you go to communities that are oil-bearing, especially in the Niger Delta, poverty roam the streets of these communities. The mystery behind the Ogoni and Niger Delta issue. How can we solve this problem? Are we the one who caused it? We've had, like I said earlier, Dr. Goodluck Jonathan has been president at least 1 term plus 2 years from that of his Oga, who is late, 6 years combined. Yet, look at something as small, as tiny as the Eleme axis of the East-West Road and some other areas yet to be fixed. We keep on shouting about this East-West Road every day. Even a foreign person, a foreign national, died there. The other day we heard of explosion from a tanker that killed so many people. Everybody has moved on. That's Nigeria for you. Souls died on that particular road. Accidents every day. Then when you go to the Niger Delta communities particularly, you see poverty. No water. Within the Ogoni axis, how can we appraise what High Prep is doing? Are they really doing what they're supposed to do? They have 30 years to clean up the environment. You talk about the resumption, the proposal for resumption of oil. I was asking my guests, I said, why didn't they convene a meeting to build basic infrastructures within this area? But they convened a meeting in Abuja for oil resumption. What is happening in Umekpe? What is happening in Bukuma? We heard of oil spill. What is the living standard of the Bukuma people? If you go to Bayelsa, Oloibri, and other oil-producing communities, what is the mystery behind this problem? and how can it be sorted out? We have Dr. Douglas Fabeke, who is a community advocate, and when it comes to rural and urban community empowerment and development, United African Mission, he is the main man there. You know, basically what he does is to champion the cause for community development. Communities are like the cells from which the state will prosper, and then you talk about the region and then the country at large. How many years of oil exploration from the Niger Delta? Nothing to show. Why then do we have oil and we can't enjoy life? Go to Dubai and other places where they have oil. Small boys, they are enjoying. Here, they say, oh, we are lazy. But those guys are not even working. Yeah, they are earning. Is it wrong to earn from what God has given to you? No, it's not wrong. Dr. Douglas Fabeke is joining us on the program. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Lucky. Yeah.
The last conversation we had, I think then when you were out of the country on WhatsApp, I remember you said something about how monies were even being sent through UBE to develop schools, and you there was one staggering amount you called. I've forgotten the amount. Is it 2 billion or thereabout? You know, you hear of these figures, but you don't see anything.
That's what we've been hearing, figures.
But you don't see anything.
We're just feeding our ears on the figures, but we don't see it.
We don't see it. You go around the communities within the Niger Delta, particularly the organic communities, poverty.
There's no school.
No school.
Imagine.
No hospital. What is the mystery of this problem?
Well, when we are talking about this Niger Delta issue, I think we are just the cause of the problem. Just like I sent to you.
When you say we?
Yeah, we are the cause. The people are the cause. The people are the cause of the problem. I pray over some certain things yesterday, because there are some certain things I don't want to talk about. I want to keep quiet and watch how it goes. You know, I'm a very busy person, and every day I'm engaged in one programs and the other. I'm a consultant to different international organizations. We have one of the best world events that even Obama is coming in Lagos and other African president. I'm a consultant to that event. So sometimes I say, well, let me just focus on my business, because sometimes you fight these community battles, you look at people want to use it to, you know, destroy you, call you names, and say a lot of things about you. But, well, it's an assignment God has given to us. We know how to navigate our ships and know how to follow the matter. You see, in the book of John, chapter 5, verse 8, there was a man there that had been there for 30 years, at the pool of Bethsaida. The man had been there 30 years. And anytime the angel will come to trouble the water, people will not push their person inside the water. So this man doesn't have anybody to help him. And he has been there 30 years, paralyzed, crippled, 30 years. 30 years, not be 30 days. So one of these days, Jesus came. He doesn't know the person that stood by him was Jesus. And Jesus asked him he should take off his bed and walk. If you ask him a question, what do you want? And the man was telling stories. You know, sometimes we tell so much stories, plenty stories, without result. We know what to do, but we don't want to do it. We are telling stories. God gave opportunity to Niger Delta, but they don't want to do it. I was part of the consultant to Amnesty in different countries. We are setting centers in different countries, and I make a proposal. They saw that was the right thing to do, but they refused to do it because they just want the money. And Jesus asked the man, what do you want me to do? You are crippled. And the man was telling stories. The angel troubled the water. I don't have anybody to push me, looking for. He wanted Jesus to pity him. Sometimes you don't need anybody to pity you when you want to take action. And Jesus said, take up your bed and walk. How can this be possible? How can this man for 30 years, how can only him, nobody helping him, nobody touching him? Jesus said, take up your bed and walk. And that same man that had been there for 30 years took up his bed and started walking.
Without any aid?
Without any aid.
Okay, that he was complaining about.
That he was complaining about. He complained about nobody, he complained about somebody pushing. All those procedures were cut off. Take up your bed and walk. And the man took up his bed and started walking. That was a great miracle. What was the mystery behind? You have the potential in you. He has the faith. He has the potential. He has the power. Everything that can make him work was there in that man. But he needed somebody to tell him, you can do it. Nobody will come and develop our community for us. God has given every society, every community, anywhere God places you, He places the resources there. The resources we have in Ogoni is given by God. For us to use that resources to develop the people in that place. God has never created anybody to suffer. For us to suffer, it is from us, not from God. The resources we have in Ikwere is given by God. If you go to so many areas, you see these other people can do cassava, these people can do fish. That is what God has given them. And so, for the fact that those things, we are not benefiting from those things, it is our fault. So the mystery behind the continuous suffering is because now we want to exclude the people from the blessing. You know how God took notice of the common man, the widow, the common man in the society is very important before God. And so when those resources are being separated from the people that were supposed to benefit those resources, my dear brother, you can't go anywhere. If you like, do whatever you want to do. God will fight against you. He said when they pray, when they cry, that He hear it. Now, the issue about Ogoni, the Shell invaded that land for 30 years. They came in when nobody have any agreement with them. This is what we stand to gain from these oil explorations. This is how we want to gain. This is what belongs to community. Nothing for 30 years. For 30 years. And I personally, I'm not against oil resumption in Ogoni. I was the first person that started the campaign against oil resumption. But I discovered it was not possible because the OM11 license was still with Shell. So for those who are saying oil resumption today, did they know how we got that license from Shell? There are some certain things they don't know. Because they don't want to know. And so, that place was invaded by Shell. Environment destroys. After 30 years, we came together and said, okay, we realize that we are dying. No fish again, agriculture, everything is destroyed. And everybody came together and said, okay, we don't want this to happen. If we want oil exploration, if that is only what we're going to talk about, we should have allowed Shell to be there. And no, when you don't do things according to how it should be done, you start having problems. I published this book 3 years ago, The Ogoni People, The Crisis and Solutions. I sold this book 6,800 copies. People that bought this book, the highest percentage that bought this book is outside Nigeria. Through different organizations. Now, if you go through these books, I did the research about what happened when Shell left, when Ken died, when the 14 were key, when Ogoni people died, when community were raised down, when our boundary were compromised. How many times our people sat down with presidents of this country? When our people submitted the Bill of Rights, how many times, that was 1990, how many times they met the president of Nigeria? If you go through this book, somebody read this book and sent me a summary from US. And he says he needs more copies. I sent about 300 copies of this book to him. He's writing a book from this book. Now, there is another book I published here. It's called The Hangman Message. Anything that we want to do that is not following the ideology of those that died is a mystery that you cannot overcome. So when you are talking of oil resumption in Ogoni, there is a spiritual boundary. I'm a servant of God, so I know what I mean. We have been praying. I do prayer every Saturday in Ogoni land for the past 7 years. So I know what God have opened my eye to see. It's more spiritual than physical. Spiritual in the sense that if you don't want to do the right things, you are going to meet the spiritual roadblock.
But when you say, expanding the conversation now to probably other Niger Delta regions.
Now,
yes,
I just want to narrow it and summarize it.
Okay.
The mystery is because the people are not always involved in what happened in their land. For example, I'm from Lua.
Is it their choice?
It is not their choice. The people are helpless. Look, let me tell you. The process is faulty. I know who brought me to Nigeria. I was working with an international NGO. I spent about 20-something years out of this country. I'm based in Lagos. And from Lagos, I was traveling all over the world. I know the person that brought me. The person that brought me here was because of Ogoni struggle, was because of Ogoni issues. And before the woman sailed for me, 3 weeks and 4 days, I had the revelations as well. I was going back home on this mission. Her name is Rubo Michael. She's just sent a letter to me through my friend in Abuja because they met me somewhere outside Nigeria where we are solving community problems. Now, the process has been faulty in the sense that, number one, Share left to go in 1993, and the government of Nigeria flagged up a cleanup. I said, go back to the place and clean the place. Now, we have UNEP done a kind of report to check what happened. We look at that report in the last UN meeting. We saw that report is faulty because it does not cover the whole Ogoni communities.
That's the UNEP report?
Yes, it's faulty. That's number one.
That's now, the one they're even using?
Yes, but we thank God for what they have done. Clearly, they have started from somewhere. Yes, UNEP also testified that their report is not complete. Okay. Because if you are talking about pollutions, if you go to Yonkuri, you see pollutions. If you go to Loco, you see pollutions. I have a data. That data was given to NNPC. Now, what UNEP came to do is to check. But they did not came to do evaluations of the damage, the cause of the damage. And so now, after 30-something years of environmental pollutions, and you are coming to clean, you need to do what we call evaluation report. Check what has happened. Check the level of damage, the cost of damage for the people. And when you now check the cost of damage, the next step you need to take is to pay them compensations, which is in the Ogoni Bill of Rights. The 30 years oil explorations, Ogoni people gain nothing from it. So same thing happening in all the Niger Delta communities. Nothing. And so what we did when I came here, I did this valuation. And I spent over 18 million naira. I still have the record. The company can testify. When we finished these valuations, we went to court. We took Shell and federal government to court. It was risk because I knew how many threats that were sent to me. You cannot just jump up and say, oh, exploration. Let's discuss some certain things that will bring development and success and hope.
But oil is being explored in some other parts of the Niger Delta.
Yes, I'm coming lucky. Let me just summarize this summary. Now, in my course of asking the government of Nigeria to pay Ogoni compensation, I received so many blackmail from my own people. It was then I discovered that these people, they are not even reading. These people are not even operating on the Ogoni Bill of Rights is just a document. Our people came together and agree. It's a landmark. It's a spiritual landmark. This document was submitted to federal government. And when I went to UN, I saw this document. Somebody gave me this document. One white man from one organization, African Commission for Human Rights, gave me this document. If you go to this document, everything that we need to discuss, we can dissect it from here and expand the scope and sit down as a people and say, this is what we stand for. It's as simple as ABC. But the only way why we keep having problems is because of personal interest. Now, we went to court. The federal government sent lawyers. Share send their lawyers. The people that supported me to fight this compensation were the communities. And that is why I keep standing for these communities. I will stand for them. I'm not against oil explorations. I sat with the communities. I moved with the communities. There are some communities I visited in Bodo when we are doing our data analysis on what has happened to people. A particular woman will not cook when there is sun, when the temperature is high.
Why?
Because the house is sitting on the pipeline. Wellhead is at the front of the house.
Whoa.
I have a rundown documentaries of pictures.
Didn't they evacuate her from
No, who will evacuate her? I have a rundown documentary of pictures and so many things and evidences and damages that have been happening here. Even some of the places that we visited, they asked the soldier not to allow me enter. But the soldier allowed me enter. You know what one of the soldiers told me? He said, look, our people cannot be treated like this, and we keep quiet. Ogoni people have been maltreated. We have been oppressed. And the oppression is coming not from outside, but from within us. Now, in the course of this, even some people even went on air that there's nothing like compensations against me and called me different kind of names. Now, that process went on. I was invited by federal government. That is why when some people went on there and say, because we're not part of people that go to Abuja, I said, why would I go and see president for? How many times I saw Buhari? 3 times. Under a closed-door meeting. On this issue, 3 times. When there was oil spill at Bodo, that almost ransacked one full community, I saw the president once. And he sent delegate. We sat down with him. With the chairman, with the head of MPDC and the GMD was there, and about 5 of them. And they said, what can we do about it? They say, community have to write what we need to do for them to live a better life. In the process of us being in court, so many secrets were revealed. Documents were released. Now, we discover that there is no harm, you can say, oil exploration when the license is still with Shell. Because Shell, because no, as of that time, because Shell won a case against the federal government, and the from the federal high court that says renew their license and let them continue operations. When we came on board, this license was still with Shell. The federal government was handicapped. They don't want to fight. They don't want to go. They don't want to show face. They don't want to renew the case. And I think they are listening to me. The Ogoni negotiation is not something that 3 persons or a particular group of people just go to Abuja and see Mr. President. There are players, that are international players that have made things to work. We don't want to just follow you, but give us an information so that we know how to fight. So that we know how to talk to people. And when we get to Abuja and we went to court, I challenged NAPC, which I know they are listening to me now. I sat down with GMD in his house. I say, I want this license to be taken back by federal government so that the Ogoni people can negotiate business with you. He doesn't know how to do it. When time comes, we talk. It's either we go to court because I want the right of the people to be given to them. I'm not fighting against oil resumption. There is a particular thing I'm fighting for now, which is the paramount, is the compensation for the Ogoni people. And they were handicapped. I was the one, along with the communities and my team supported me. We brought a consultancy to this matter. On that case. And the consultancy gave me a list of what to be done. We spent about 28 million naira. I went back home and ran a documentary. I still have a copy. Ran all the communities, ran all the operation head, ran all the places we have. When we run the documentary, we took that documentary to court. I gave a copy to NAPC, I gave a copy to the secretary, I gave a copy to the judge. And when they watch it, what the judge said, the relationship between Shell and Ogoni people is so repairable. That's why you can go back there. And they gave a judgment. Given the judgment, I know how much billion they brought in to pay bribe. When the judgment was given, few minutes after 4, I brought NNPC down to Ogoni and say, come and look at the environment. People did not understand. Because I fear if I involve a lot of people, they are going to collect money and jeopardize the process. They came. The agreement why I did that was the moment we win this case, compensation will be paid. That was the agreement. I spent 7 days in the hotel working on Ogoni data, working on all the organizations. We have about 28 organizations. Because you must remember the ancient landmark, the foundations of this struggle. That is the mystery behind every revolutions and liberations. We are coming from Ogoni liberation. You know what the liberation war, the world liberation means? Revival. And that's why we add prayer to what we are doing. We are concerned about the people who are suffering. We are concerned about the community, that their rights have been violated. We are concerned about the kind of water they drink.
So when you say the people,
now let me summarize this, Maswe. I'm almost through. Now, that case was won. I have a copy of that judgment. Nobody knows what is inside. They don't have it. And a federal government set up 12-man committee. After few minutes after one, I just left the church and I received a call from the GMD, whom I respect so much. He said, where are you? I say, I'm in Port Harcourt. Come over to Lagos. I take the next available flight. I went to Lagos to meet them at a co-hotel. 12-man committee were set up. And they said, yes, Reverend, the case has been won. We want to keep our agreement to see how we can pay Ogoni people compensation. What do we do that they need Ogoni people to come to Abuja? Who do I want to select?
I think we've talked about that.
Yes, but see, they don't understand. I told them, Ogoni 14. Somebody must represent Kings and Iwa family. Somebody must represent Orage family. Somebody must represent Bade family. Every representative from host community, representative, kings and all that, everybody must come on a round table. You now ask me, am I in good time with my political leader? I say, why not? I respect my leaders. You have never seen me on air one day that I call anybody name. I can't do that. I'm a child of God. I know my limit. But I speak the truth. Just as Moses spoke the truth to Pharaoh. It is only when you don't want to listen that you get the consequence of ignoring the truth. Because sometimes the truth can be mocked. In that committee meeting in Lagos, before the GMD, I called the GMD. I said, look, we have a senator, we have a House of Rep, we have this. I will go home and liaise with the kings. When I brought people to come and my vision was like exposing Ogoni to investors and open the land for business. I invite every chief from every community to police station. I gave the number of the senator to GMD. He doesn't have his number. I said, call him. Before I arrived in Port Harcourt, the senator called me. Yeah, he said, Reverend Douglas, you have done well. The GMD is here in my house. I said, fine. So what next? Let me go about meeting the people, the youth and all that, and see how we can put our people together. Have a meeting here to discuss the purpose why we are going there and dissect all the information we have here and look at the things that can work for our people. But you know, before you say Jesus is Lord, all politicians has flee down to Abuja. I'm just telling you reality of what happened. Because you see, meeting president is not just the problem. How many times we meet president? In this book, it outlines about 14 times we meet president. Last year, our people met president. This year, we also met president. How many times we met Buhari? Jonathan was there, we met him. Obasanjo was there, we also met him.
So why is all
the presidents that we have been meeting them, and we have not been able to come to a common ground.
So what's the problem?
Now, this is as simple. Now, what happened that period was why I know our people are not ready to resolve their issues. I went back to Abuja and I said, what? Senator called me to his house in the night. Few minutes after 12. I went to his house. He said I should forget about the list. that he already got in his list. What are you talking about? But when I get to Abuja, all I saw was all the local government chairmen. I said, what? Who is representing Kansanyiwa family? Who representing the Ogoni 14? Who representing Orage family? Who representing Kyobe? Who representing this family that died? We need everybody on a round table. I was asked to go out. I organized the meeting. I initiated the meeting. I found the process that led to the victory of the court. But I was asked to go out. The senator asked me. He told me that he does not want me to do all those things that Ken Sanyiwa used to do. I should go out. I'm not a child. Melekari pleaded on my behalf. He said, this is the man that I've been working. This is the man that make this thing happen. Pleaded. We spent about 3 hours. I was not allowed. I left in annoyance, and that was the reason why I contested for that Senate. I said, okay, if it is Senate they want to, if it is political position they are using to oppress my people, I have to take it. So that I can use it to bless them. But the same people I want to use it to bless, they were also insulting me. But that was not my problem. Moses was insulted because they did not know he was a deliverer. And so, my dear brother, the meeting was a faulty meeting. There are players. You see, let me tell you, people are getting more awareness. People are getting more knowledge. People are growing. People are getting more understanding. Our leaders, they ought to interact with their children. Because like some of us, there are things you cannot tell me and I believe. There are things I know that you don't know. Everybody are unique in their own various operations. And so if we come together and look at this document, what do we do now? How do we go about this? If you're going for a meeting, nobody stops you from going for a meeting. Everybody's busy. We have to discuss before you go for any meeting to create confidence for the people at home. We have the resources that can make that place look like Dubai in Africa. God has given us enough that our children should not suffer. God has given us enough that our people should not go to Port Harcourt and be carrying blocks. God has given us enough that we should define how we should live our life. And that is what the Bill of Rights said, having a proportion of the blessings of the land.
Is it the same case with other communities where oil is being explored right now?
Go to Andoni. Oil, are they not exploring oil there? How many persons they employ from Andoni? Are there no other communities in the Niger Delta where oil is being explored? How many persons do they employ? Look, let me tell you, when they say, I submitted a document to Mr. President before he left office. I submitted a document.
Former president.
Yes, on his table. He endorsed that document. I said, if my people agree, I have people that will put down $2 billion to revive Ogoniland with industries. We need a gas plant. We need a refinery. We need this. We need some infrastructures, not just oil. See, it's like people don't understand. The technology have grown beyond what we knew last 10 years ago. You can be taking oil here, nobody knows you are taking oil. Yes. We have to look at the welfare of our people. And the things that I'm crying for, the compensation must be paid. It must be paid. A whole federal lawmaker cannot come up and give accusation of what did not happen. Look at that issues.
When former President Jonathan was on seat, he's from the Niger Delta.
Yes.
And Shell and Co were still operating even in some communities. I think they told me in Umwebulu, 1, 2, 3, and 4, thereabouts, you discover a whole lot of lack of basic amenities in that community. I think Hess Holding is now in charge. Why didn't
Jonathan wasn't ready to resolve the Ogoni issues? Jonathan wasn't ready to resolve. He met me. We met at Tanzania during this World African African Leaders Summit on agricultural security. I'm a member. We met there. When I was invited to come for Global Icon Award on the report I submitted to UN, I was supposed to be sponsored by the government of my country. We are just 3. But I met the president, and when they discovered from Ogoni, it was a war. I couldn't get access because they asked me to explain myself, and I did where I came from. And so I don't think the former president, Goodluck Jonathan, was ready to resolve the issues of the Ogoni and the Niger Delta.
Why?
Because even in his community, there is no road now. Even in his community, there is no road.
So what?
That is a mystery. Now, they don't think about the people now. When they are into power, all they think about is how to flex themselves. And see, Esther was put in the palace because of the people. When God put you in position, He put you there because of the people. So when you ignore the people, you will leave. You see, everybody that have been in power that ignore the people, they use the power to fight the people. Check their record. Look at them. Is it going well with them? No. No.
So for everyone who has come from the Niger Delta region,
Jonathan has the right to have resolved this issue, give Ogoni people what they want, give them state, give them everything, restore back their land, give them their money, give them their wealth, transform Niger Delta. As the president of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, look at what President Tinubu is doing to Yoruba land. Just watch. He has the power to have done that, but he didn't do it. Reason best known to him, he didn't do it.
Is that also attainable to the East-West Road?
The East-West. Are we supposed to be talking about that East-West Road today? When we have somebody who's in power, you can use 1 year to do that and bring the best country in the world. Jonathan coming into power was a mystery. It was God. Go and solve the problem of your people. My wife and his friend were fighting, and I went into their house. I said, look, I don't fight too much. Nobody go feel solve on our problem. Now, two of them go agree. What's even on our problem? Nobody can solve your problem because you know where the shoe is pinching you. It is you that can. That is why you see Dubai the way it is. I have a book, The History of Dubai, and how it started. I was born when Dubai was a fishing port. Look at the foundation they lay. Look at the procedures. They have resources. They have the resources, but they don't have the money. So they have to call people who have the money to bring the money and take the resources. And okay, you are taking the resources. This is what we want. This is what we want. We want this.
Okay, like a trade and barter.
Like a trade and barter. They designed the best seaport in the world. Everything they designed was the best in the world. The best in the world. The best in the world. So that if the resources finish, this thing can sustain us. Why can't we do the same? This is as easy as ABCD. We can do the same, just like the man at the pool of Bethesda.
There was a time you talked about the master plan for Niger Delta.
Yes.
That you were part of those who designed it. Why was that not followed? And what was the content of that master plan?
The master plan of Niger Delta was how we can replace industries with this Niger Delta Amnesty, leveraging of Niger Delta Amnesty program. I designed that with a team of Dubai, with a team of United Arab Emirates. We designed that in Dubai. Then I was in Dubai. I was working with Sir 7 from United States of America. And I stayed in UNA for about 3 years and 8 months. Because I was working with Sir 7. We designed it, and I was the one that brought the amnesty to Dubai. I met with Kuku. I met with all different people. They were so happy about it, and they said, okay, they can sign partnership agreement with the Emirate government that we replace this amnesty program with industry in Niger Delta. Where we have industry, you see development. Where people have industry, you see road. And I said, look, the kind of money we are siphoning from here because we want to train this boy. You hear about 10 billion project, 10 billion training. And those boys, some of them, they didn't even go to school. They just share money for them and take them back to Nigeria. Now the amnesty program is over. It's no longer in existence. Is Niger Delta developed? Okay, they only wanted to calm our people and take the oil. That was the politics behind it. And so when you use politics for this kind of situation, it doesn't work.
Was that when Dr. Jonathan was
Yes, Yaradua started it. Jonathan took over power and continued. So he was in better position.
So if that master plan was on ground, why didn't he implement it?
That is what I'm telling you. Before we came back to Nigeria here, we were on the front page newspaper. Now the president as a leader, you see, every leader that is not bold is not a leader. If you want to take decisions, a leader will just take decisions and make things work. And that is one thing Yaradua did. Even the amnesty program that he gave our people were against it. But he just came and said, look, I'm doing this, I've signed it. That's how a leader should behave. So we expected him. Look at Esther. When Esther was in the palace, Mordecai said, look, you are keeping quiet here. People are dying. Anyway, if you refuse to do anything, we are not going to, God will raise deliverance from any other source and deliver us. And Esther went back and took the decision and said, okay, go and do fasting for 3 days. I want to do this for my people. So leadership is about taking a decision to save your people. So Jonathan will have taken a decision to, I'm sure he must be regretting now. I cannot be a president. I come back home and see my land the way it is in Baisa. I cannot. I cannot be in Senate and come back and see my community then begging food. If I become a senator, everybody will come to my village for tourists. Yes, they say go. That's why I'm empowering my boys. So put it there for work.
So was it that a certain region said, "Oh, don't implement the master plan"? For
When you are in power, so many people will try to frustrate you. But it depends on you to take the right decisions. That's what makes you a leader. You understand? That's what makes you a leader. When you are in power, so many things goes on your head, so many authorities, so many battles, so many things. But you take a decisions. Esther wouldn't have taken a decision because the law was even against Esther. That you cannot see the king at so time, you are going to die. He has the law in her hand. And he told Mordecai, at so time, I cannot see the king. If I see the king, they will kill me. So for you to make a change as a leader, you must take risk to make a change. When you are convinced that what you want to do is right, you take risk. I know how many risks I've taken. I know what people have, even for the past 1 week now, I know how many people have called me. I know how many text messages I've received. But that is not just the problem. The Bible says the righteous man, it has bold like a lion. If I don't commit any crime, if I'm crying for the people, I know God will help me. So a leader take the right decision no matter the challenge. Because you are there for the people.
If that is the case, the Niger Delta is still, submerged with a lot of poverty. The resources
poverty. All the gun we shot and all the thing we did and all the fight we fought.
The resources is going out.
It's going out.
Even while we're talking now.
It's going out. They are using us as a contractor to help them take the resources
now,
out.
The land is devastated as we
speak
daily.
Seriously.
Shell and Co, they are selling off.
Seriously.
And some people came on and said, no, you cannot. You must clean. Just like what we're talking about in Ogoniland. You must clean before you decommission. But we know that somehow, no matter how you shout, if government wants to do anything,
they will do it.
They will look for people.
People that will just connect with them and just go ahead and do it.
Are these problems going to be sorted out? Because look at
it can be sorted out.
Look at our youth within the Niger Delta. They are suffering.
It can be sorted out with the right person in leadership. Seriously. It can be sorted out with the right person in leadership. And I know that one day somebody will show an example of what can be done. I'm telling you the truth. That's a book. I just bought a book this last time I traveled about how Africa opened their door for oppressors and what happened in each of these countries. There are revolutions taking place now, not by war, but by wisdom. And I'm very happy for this step our leader has taken for the Ogoni, because if things happen like this, it will bring so many ideas, people will talk, and then at the end we sit down and look at what is on the ground. What is on the ground is as simple as ABCD. We can save that land, and that place can be transformed like Dubai in Africa. It's just as easy as ABC.
If the cleanup by High Prep is not properly done, someone said, then it will be very difficult for them to clean up Rumekwe, clean up every other part of the Niger Delta. Do you agree with that thought?
It depends on those who are in charge. It can be done properly. It can be done properly. But it's something we are going to talk about. You see, I was telling some journalists came to my office. I said, look, I'm tired of talking. We want to go into actions. I'm fully into United Nations programs. I'm fully into it. And on the 7th, we are launching our product in River State. It's very great, very wonderful. You are going to be there on the 7th. We have people flying from different countries to Port Harcourt. In fact, as I'm talking to you now, hotels have been booked. I booked hotel for over 200 persons. We are flying our product. So I'm not just going to talk now, but I'm putting myself into the solutions to see what can be done. Right now, we already bought some lands where people don't know. I knew what I go through when it has to do with lands, getting a land to do project. We decided to stop begging community. We have spent millions here and there to get land. There was a land we leased at Lemon. We overspent about 6.8 million. We paid the community. We paid we paid the family and did everything. But when we wanted to start the project, another family came up and said that place doesn't belong to the man. They gave the land. I told you what happened in several places. We are not giving up. We started buying our land secretly.
Okay, let's
to see. So that's what I'm telling you. If the man 30 years paralyzed, and Jesus said, "Take up your bed and walk." That means that man was having the potential, the power in him. It's all that he needed to do was to believe himself and walk. So under any situation,
so you feel the Niger Delta people can solve.
We can survive. We can walk.
All right.
Yes, it's possible.
Let's take some reactions.
We can walk.
0810-9510-95. We'll be looking at the Niger Delta, the mystery of the Niger Delta problem. Dr. Fabi K actually talked about the fact that the problem is within.
It's within.
And it can be sorted out.
It can be sorted out.
Within. It can be solved
very
within.
Possible.
You know, we have to explain.
Absolutely.
Of course, when our own brother was the president, what happened? Why was at least 50 or 60, 70% of the issues within the... Oh, we are still talking about East-West Road. Like I said the other day, I said, for me personally, I'm tired of talking about the East-West Road because looking at it, we are not even supposed to be talking about East-West Road. This
from Element to this place. You know, I went to the Ministry of...
But it's not only there. You know,
not only there, the rest. When I
discovered
discovered 100 and something billion naira, they didn't talk about that one again. They brought in is it ROCC that is there or... They are doing a nice job, but it's slow. But if you go deep into what is going on there, you will discover why the company is slow. They are doing that job with fear. But I will not talk about that. That is not why I'm here.
That's the reason why it's slow?
That is not why I'm here. So many things is going on.
Let's take...
Yes, so many things is going on.
Welcome.
Good evening, my brother and Dr. Fabike.
Go ahead, sir.
I am calling from Ogoni.
Yes, please.
I so appreciate Fabike there. I thank him so much because I find out that some of our people they are started to recruit another group of culture in the Ogoni land. So Fabike, I thank you. God will bless you and your family. I will protect you and your family until you deliver Ogoni people. As we Ogoni people are behind you. I give from Ogoni are behind you. I beg, may nobody deceive you. May nobody.
Thank you very much. Let's take other reaction.
Anything that will make you anything that is.
All right, thank you so much. Yes, good evening.
Hello, good evening, Lucky Maswell.
Yes, go ahead.
Good evening, Dr. Fabike.
Good evening, sir. God bless you.
Yes, my name is Chief Beke. Chief Emmanuel Glad Beke.
Oh, you almost got my namesake.
Yes, Karamuasa.
How do I?
Alele. So you are doing a good work. Continue with your good work. The whole Ogoni people are behind you. You are speaking the truth. Like the Moses that led the Israelites out of the promised land, the Egypt to the promised land. You are doing exactly the same thing. So continue in that good step. What you are doing, it is only God that will pay you. But all Ogonis are behind you.
All right, thank you. I also want you guys to talk about the issue. The issues within the Niger Delta, the issues within the Ogoni land, from what Dr. Fabike is saying, is caused by the people, and the people themselves can resolve it. Do you agree with Dr. Fabike? Yes, good evening.
Hello, Master.
Go ahead, sir.
Good evening to you. Good evening.
Good evening, sir. God bless you.
My name remains Stephen Ido. I'm from Bano Community, North Cancer River Community. My brother, you have hit the nail on the head. The issue of Ogoni land is within us. This development that we are not foreseeing in Ogoni land is within us. Because I remember the former president, Muhammad Buhari, before he flagged off this plane up. He flagged off this plane up. So many Ogoni leaders have held this office without any proof, without anything to show for. So I wonder Ogoni who will be marginalizing another fellow Ogoni man for him to reach beyond another Ogoni man.
All right, thank you. Thank you.
Everything we are suffering for everything. Many Ogoni sons have died in outside.
Thank you very much for your time, sir. Thank you. 0810-9510-951 and 0817-000095. So what that means is that in different communities, presently there are communities oil exploration is ongoing, but nothing to show.
Nothing.
Is it that there's a connivance between the ones lifting the oil and some few people within the community?
That is what happened. That's what is going on.
So why would somebody want to connive with someone from outside?
People took advantages against those poor communities. You understand? But for us, I think we have gone beyond that level. If we come together in a collective manner and look at what we have on ground, look at the information, look at the paperwork that have been done, look at what our father signs. My own uncle, the first son of my grandmother, MP Maiba, is part of people that signed the Bill of Rights. When I was living with him in Port Harcourt, Ken normally come to our house. Then I was about 12 to 15 years and talk about this Bill of Rights. I will sit down at the parlor and be listening to Ken. My uncle will say, our leader is coming. I will sit down and listen to him. I saw the mindset of Ken Saro-Wiwa. I saw the vision. I saw the idea. Very straight, direct, and focused. And that was the reason why everybody came up. Everybody embraced that visions. So now for us, our people should know that the Ogoni people have gone beyond that level where you can deceive the little children, because there's a spirit on the land. And that spirit on the land is spirit of wisdom as a result of the sacrifice. Everybody have gone through it. Many slept in the bush. Some have died. Some are still alive. The experience is still there. They know what they want. In every community, whether they say, oh, I did my village or not. If you want to go to Bidere, they will ask you a question. You want to go to Bodo, they will ask you a question. You want to go to Kedre or any other community in Tai, they will ask you a question. They want to see what belongs to them. And that is what the Bill of Rights is talking about. Using our resources to develop our land. It has to be transparent something. It doesn't have to be.
Is that what is supposed to be happening in other communities?
Yes.
Using
they are supposed to set a template that will enable.
But in some communities, they've signed MOU.
They sign MOU secretly. Yeah, people don't know because there are big men there who doesn't want the community to get involved, and only then we building big house, buying big cars, and all that.
Good evening. Yes, go ahead. Good evening.
Yeah, okay, evening.
Yes, sir.
I'm Sebastian Noka, calling from Choban.
Go ahead, sir.
I greet Dr. Sabuki.
Good evening, sir.
Kanamoya, sir.
Good on.
Yeah, the issue of presumption of oil in Ogoni land, like the guest has said, is not an Abuja affair. This is something that has to do with the people. And when federal government invaded Ogoni land and killed thousands of people, it wasn't an Abuja issue. They mobilized all their forces into Ogoni land, and lives of innocent people, women were raped. So now, they've not resolved that problem. They've not paid anything for that damage. They hanged Saro-Wiwa and 9 others. And now they are talking about resumption of oil when the damage has not been handled. So I've not seen that type of thing anywhere. So they have to clean the mess first before they will come to Ogoni land, discuss with the people, because this is a struggle of the people. It's not the struggle of politicians. So it's more than calling a few politicians to Abuja. It's not an Abuja affair. So if federal government they are interested in resuming oil in Ogoni land, they should come to Ogoni land. After the former president Muhammadu Buhari led a federal government delegation to Ogoni land, 2nd of June 2016. So this current president now should also do the same thing. And Ogoni people must be compensated and their environment remediated. So that is the thing. You don't rub cream on a dirty body. It's not done anywhere. Thank you.
Thank you very much. All right, let's take this and wrap it up. Good evening. Good evening, welcome.
Good evening, Maxwell and Dr. Fabeke.
Good evening, sir. God bless you.
Doc, go ahead, sir.
Yes, I am not from Ogoni, even though I love Ogoni people. One of the reasons is this. One person God sent to save me when they wanted to destroy my life is an Ogoni man, and that's Ledumite. So he brought me closer to Ogoni people. You see, quickly I want to say, Ogoni people should not allow them come drink oil. Even single drop of oil should not leave Ogoni land until they implement that Ogoni right of deal. Enough is enough. And those people who probably were with Mr. President to negotiate on how to exploit oil more from Ogoni. And some of the people they mentioned that $300 billion, $300 million and all that. And these are the people that want to go and negotiate because they want to come and buy Ogoni oil. It becomes their private enterprises. Ogoni people should not. Oga, that matter, that election you contested, you may have won because I voted for you. You may have won, even though you don't know where I live. But because it was rigged, don't worry, come back again. Let's pray that things will be done properly. Election should go to count well. You will stand a better chance to deliver your people. But as for the oil you're going to land, you people should not allow them. They should come and implement. A polytechnic ought to have been Federal University of Environment by now. And some of the people who went and established other polytechnic knew that one was there. You know, what did they do? They divided the students to go somewhere else and all that. And these are the people negotiating for you. Please, don't let them drill one drop of oil from Ogoni land until they come and clean up Ogoni and put something people can see. I'm not an Ogoni man, but I mean, there's nothing that, not whatever is worth doing is worth doing well. And justice will prevail. Thank you, and I wish you all the best.
Bless you, sir.
Thank you very much. In 30 seconds, before you go, Dr. Fabike, solutions.
Yeah, the solutions, we can, like I said, the man that was 30 years at the pool of Bethsaida, that same man that was looking for somebody that will help him, that same man walked by himself without anybody aiding him. So we can come together, work with our leader, look at this document and see what we can get out of it. Because the document is very clear. Then, if they are going for a meeting in Abuja, they are carrying something to the meeting. You don't need to go and beg federal government to come and put this, we don't need to go and beg. They have taken this oil for 30 years and nothing to show. 30 years. They collected all the money. Now it is our turn to negotiate. God has given us the platform to negotiate betterment for our people. So let's look at this document, call a meeting. Everybody will be, we will work with our leader, partner with them and see, put things on paper, make it transparent. Let the people know this is what we are going for. And you get the problem solved.
That's just all.
That's all. Get the problem solved. We work. We can come together. Jesus said, "Take up your bed and walk."
For other communities that oil is presently being drilled, how can they correct
that? I'm telling you, somebody cannot just come to your community and take your resources, and you don't have a template of how you will benefit from the resources. How the community will. That is what the mystery. When the people in that place that God put that thing for are not benefiting, that be problem.
Doctor,
no matter how you cheat them for no matter the number of years that you claim you are cheating them, you get all the resources. When you get all those things, when you leave this earth, it's only one gasket. You don't even go with the gasket stuff. It's only you that live here.
Thank you very much, Dr. Douglas.
Thank you very much.
He's the coordinator for United African Mission for Urban and Rural Development. Thank you very much for
God bless
on
you.
the show.
God bless
we
you.
Appreciate you.
Yeah.
Say no to the ordinary. Embrace the extraordinary, because we are the voice of the people. Voice of the people. Today, 95.1 FM.
Today, 95.1 FM.
Butterflies in my tummy when the money enter me, I like it. Getting rich and it's all in the plan, my mind made it to Forbes.
I buy jama for my baby, mo don't you mommy, mo to rally. Soft living like a superstar. All I do is winning, till no more loss. See my diet, job me call. I feel like what's the rush? Can I waiting this up? Me not see no evil and I fear no one. I do the sign of the cross. For you the me don't be done. Since I know this same from God. I'm on a new level, Bobo. I put it all on God. So when you see me smile, my brother, you for just show me love. Viviendo la vida loca. Nobody take my joy. Better make way when you see your garaya. Easy money. Ogaraya. Too much money, Ogaraya. Easy money. Ogaraya. Too much money, Ogaraya. Them no believe in my come up. I run my city, I boss up. Check over me, pay, I no want talk. You can step to me, show the escort. Bet to Iskata, Igororo. Make all the girls, they go lolo. Isha Olua, go send it to ye. Isha Olua, you can follow. All I do is winning, till no more loss. See my diet, job me call. I feel like what's the rush? Can I waiting this up? Me not see no evil and I fear no one. I do the sign of the cross. For you the me don't be done. Since I know this came from God. I'm on a new level, Bobo. I put it all on God. So when you see me smile, my brother, you for just show me love. Viviendo la vida loca. Nobody take my joy. Better make way when you see your garaya. Easy money. Ogaraya. Too much money, Ogaraya. Easy money. Ogaraya. Too much money, Ogaraya.
Big Seven. First of all, rest in peace, Virgil Abloh. Don't spill no drink on my clothes when I'm Louis V dripping. Don't like stress in my dome. Straight to the head when I'm 1942 sipping. Been wavy since morning. Look to talk to me in public. Mix my drink with a little money. Smoke my weed to the claro. Lamborghini driver. Ferrari 458 Italia. I really spent $1 million just to Richard Millis and I'm from willy-nilly through the city. Wavy since London. Wavy since Paris. Don't know they talk to me in public. I'm in a different place. If you see me tonight, you can clearly see that I've been wavy since morning. Alright, R.I.P. to C2, put your hands up, reach for the roof if you know you with me. Don't like squares in my crew, with my ball, you my brother, then you best believe you stuck with me. Been wavy since morning, I no go feed if you from nothing. So I beg you no disturb me, I know they carry overload. Get to gospel preacher, two-time community service preacher. Right now I'm chilling, but my niggas getting busy in the city, spinning till late to see for the listen. Wavy since London, wavy since Paris. Don't know they talk to me in public, don't they talk to me in public. Wavy since Sweden, wavy since Paris. So don't they talk to me in public, I'm in a different place. If you see me tonight, you can clearly see that I've been wavy since morning. Big
too cool for this. I know you're too big for this. Tell me where you wanna be. I know where you wanna be. Hope it's not too good for you. I hope I'm not too much for you. I know where I wanna be. Why wouldn't you just let me in? Maybe I move too fast before we go too far. Maybe we take it slow. Don't wanna make you sad, don't wanna make you mad. I'll never hit below. For you are the ocean. You are the ocean. Boy, you are the ocean.
Her name is Asha. You are the ocean. Thank you for always staying tuned. Thank you for always listening to Today 95.1 FM. Now, it's now time for Eyewitness Report. The issues are always there. My prayer earnestly has always been that these issues are sorted out one after the other. Maybe it might not be with the speed of light, but at least they are sorted out. I'm looking at a particular award night. Big men giving themselves award. Me too, I'm a big man though. But you know, there are people, when awards are being given to them, you ask, what is the prerequisite for these awards? I think within our continent, we need to start changing the narrative. Awards should be given to truly people who deserve, not because of political gains, but truly because the person deserves that award. You look at the person's contribution to society, to the lives of the people he superintends over, and then you can now truly say, having achieved this, having been able to, for instance, you want to give an award. When Mandela was alive, he got so many awards. These are the kind of people you give awards, not because someone just occupies a political office. All right, calling right now. Let's get to hear your eyewitness report. Send them to 0701-9339-962. We just finished a conversation, and it was centered around communities within the Niger Delta, particularly the Ogoni community. Your own community probably does not also have the basic amenities it ought to have. Why is it that your community keeps on suffering and they don't have those amenities? I mean, basic amenities that between 1999 and 2007 should have been there. All you needed to do was just maintain them. Good evening. Hello, go ahead.
Yeah, because I am good evening.
Hello, good evening, go ahead.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yes, sir, go ahead.
Okay, my eyewitness report is, sorry, this is Big Sam calling from Alakaya.
Yes, sir, go ahead. Go
Can you hear
ahead.
me? Can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Hello?
Oh, boy. The network has been terrible. Good evening.
Good evening, Lucky Maxwell.
Yes, Chief BK, go ahead.
Yes, Chief BK. Well, my eyewitness report is on my community. You know, I've been complaining about the community primary schools just ago, but the local government chairman have just commenced innovation work on the primary school, and it's 70% completed. So I wish to use this medium to thank the local government chairman for what he's doing, but he should continue to do more because the community is marginalized. So we should assist in fencing government secondary school Sogo, or carry out total renovation on that government secondary school Sogo too. We don't have electricity since independence of Nigeria till date. You should come and help us. If you cannot do that, you should table our case before the governor, His Excellency Amopu Senabot Minalaye Joseph Ubara, that this community, Sogo community, needs electricity. We don't have electricity. We don't have health center since Nigeria was created. Please, they should come and help us. We are the most marginalized community in River State, and we are an oil-bearing community. I was about saying certain things, but you cut me off during the last interview with Dr. Papeke. Please, they should come and help us. We need the help of the government. Thank you very much. I remain Chief Beke.
All right, thank you very much. You were doing praises and praises now. You just have to go straight to the matter so others can also call in. All right, good evening.
Hello, good evening.
Yes, sir, go ahead.
Yeah, this is my man, Bombay.
Yes, please.
Hello?
Go ahead. Go ahead.
You see, the first government to end the employment of the record of black. Even.
Man, have you guys discovered how the network is these days? Very terrible. Yeah, they are increasing tariff daily. God help us. Good evening and welcome.
Max.
Sir?
Good evening. Welcome back to
Go ahead, sir.
Yes, this is Mr. Yusuf. Please, Max, let me come back to my normal, how will I put it, regular begging and other things. Please, Max, today, rain fall from Obrikure to Rumosi, close to Alakaya, close to the station. That's where the rain stopped. Maxwell, why I'm saying this is this. Very soon, we will enter rainy season. Maxwell, people of Chokota, Ikurengo, Umeblu don't have road. Maxwell, I don't know what our students will pass through again this year. I thought that maybe this dry season, they will try to access that road from Chukota Junction, from Iweche Junction to Umeblu. At least access that road, know how that road, how it will junction to Umeblu. At least access that road, know how that road, how it will look like. Or at least to measure the road, know how many kilometers. I know that road is about 8 to 9 and 10 kilometers. What did we do wrong, people of Chokota, Ikurengo? We are just pleading. At least this time around, our governor has been moving around, inspecting road, inspecting some fire service and other things. You should try to help us. At least inspect that from Elemejo Show to Iboeche. Then ask people where is Chokota, Ikurengo, Umeblu Road. At least try to visit that road and know what you will do. At least, even if just may try pass. Never tell us what he will do. Just try and access this road. We are begging. This road has been like this for more than 30-something years old. Please, we are begging. We have suffered a lot. We are not begging for internal road. We are begging for major road first. There is no hospital. Even our secondary school, the only secondary school the way people have, it's not this normal standard secondary school. It's still form of that yellow form of a secondary school, olden days style of secondary school. Please, we are begging. You should help us and put this access road in order so that the economy of this place will still come up, and they want to enjoy it too. I know at least our shop rent they will try increase too. You can imagine small, some attached stores that Urubokuta people have.
All right, thank you very much. Thank you. We have to go now. We have to go now, you see. We have to go now. Yes, good evening. Welcome.
Hello, Maxwell. Good evening.
Go ahead, sir.
Hello, Maxwell.
I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Yeah, good evening.
Yes, sir. Go ahead.
My name is Alaliboy.
Go ahead.
Maxwell, my eyewitness is my community, Menama, under Asaitoro local government. Maxwell, since our former local government chairman, the Judah Flag Amati, left that office, no local government project has been on in that community. No local government chairman that has come and occupied that office that have done even that have put even a tip of sand in that community. Maxwell, Menama community is the most marginalized community in Asatoro. We don't know. As I'm talking to you right now, it's going to almost 8 or 9 years if I'm not making mistakes. We don't have light. There is no power supply in our community. And we have had so many number of local governments upon local government chairmen to one another. None have remembered the people of Myanmar. When you talk about political appointments in the local government council, nothing to write home about. No local government project. As I'm talking to you right now, erosion is taking my community from me. All of our waterfront has been damaged by erosion. Please, I want to call on the current local government chairman, Honorable Sula Makri, to please remember the people of Myanmar. So please know that Myanmar is also one of the communities that made up our local government. They should please come to our rescue and restore power on us and start a short project in our community. Please, I beg of them. That is my witness. My name is Alaliwe. I mention Raulolo. Thank you.
Good evening. Go ahead.
Hello?
Yes, go ahead. Hello, go ahead.
Yes. The area.
Go ahead. Eyewitness report. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Okay. Yes.
Good evening. Go ahead.
I call back.
Yes, please.
Call from the University. Hello, you hear me?
Very clear, sir.
Hello?
Yes, sir. I can hear you. I can hear you.
Hello?
Oh, boy. Hello, good evening.
Hello?
Yes, go ahead, sir. Yes, sir. Go ahead. I can hear you.
I am Christian. I'm calling from Port Harcourt.
All right.
So I'm from the chair precisely. So I'm speaking about what our local government chairman is doing to the local government this year. He has done it. He has done it again by those boys that are selling drugs. By parading those boys that are selling. These boys have killed a chair. But it's not when I say a chair entirely, because an injury to one is injury to all. A chair. Okay, where I came from. If you see number of boys that are mad here, my brother, it's not something to talk about. If you see number of boys that have gone mad in okay a chair, if you cannot keep their cloth in that side, they will take it. Sell it one naira, use it to buy drug. The only thing they know is drug. Everywhere drug. Why they're building it, they can the roof house like this, sell the zinc, use it to buy drug. They cannot use anything, just to buy drug. This gentleman knows what they have. It's my friend, my brother. I know him. He's from age man. I know him. I'm say age, brother. He has done it. Let him continue. We are with him. Anybody born of a indigenous that tried to challenge him.
When you start doing challenge or no challenge, that's no more. Say what the issue is and the solutions, okay, and then we'll move. That's how it's done. This is not a political meeting, sir. Good evening.
Hello, Mr. Master.
Yes, go ahead.
I'm Mr. Eze calling from them. And it's my area report. Do you know that Rumodogo cannot even raise our governor? Our chairman, nothing, cannot do it. Don't 600 pages now. Cannot speak to them. We cannot send one project. We have been all that will abandon us. Nothing. To come to Rumodogo and see how we are suffering. Since December is trying to abandon us. There's nothing that you can say. Thank you for 100 days. It's very bad. That is how I raised me and you. Commission road from here to Rumodogo. Better enemy diverted his areas for their circular route. But as at now, when he came to Remo local government, all of us when we are said on the Kerala road and said somebody from Rumodogo became a government. But God sent the FT minister came and God brought him as a person of Rumodogo. This man
SCD minister did the road and he did campaign for our governor. That day, the commissioner road, our governor was not there. He campaigned that we must surely vote for him, and put it up to now. And we are not talking of the governor. Cannot you be recommended you do more for one thing? So you do one project. It's very bad. So we are going to forget about it. One day, Ghana will finish. Almost 3 days. Then let's up to 3 days. Ghana will be over. And another person, the Messiah, will come and do something in the land of people. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Yes, go ahead.
Good evening,
Yes, good evening. Go ahead.
Yes, I remember Chigozi from Modoba and the clan.
Yes, please.
Not much way. What I want to say is that I want to inform all the indigenous of River State to come up in large to support Governor Kefubara, because our governor is doing well for the people of River State at large. When you go to across River State,
Is that your eyewitness, sir? Please, just go straight to the eyewitness.
That is taking a
Hello?
part for the life of people of River State. So I'm begging them to come out in mass to support him massively, so that we will do more for entire River State at large. Then I'm also using this video to appeal to him. Please, sir, our governor, Governor Saint Fubara, help us to do this bridge from Iwofe to Obakere. From Iwofe to Obakere Molumeni bridge. The bridge is not too long. Please, sir, if you do this bridge, you have kept unforgettable legacy for the people of River State at large and Nigeria. Please, sir, I'm begging you to do this bridge for us, so that the people of Nigeria will
Right.
say,
Thank you very
sir,
much. We have
when
to.
we are in office.
Yes, good evening. Go ahead. Send in your messages also to 0701 9339 962. All right, these roads are internal roads within the Choba axis. Rumuchakra Mission Link Road by Indomie Company, Okposi All-Weather Link Road, Owipa Hydropet All-Weather Choba Extension Link Road, Choba Extension Internal Roads, Okpara Street through Tejod Road, SZA, Rumuparali Road, Mbere Road behind Indomie Company, August Street off Igbogo Road, Ogirovo, Deeper Life Junction Road, through AP opposite Uniport Abuja Park Gate, Matilda Okocha Street, Link Road. He says the governor should also locate a primary health center in Choba after the roads, because the entire country have connection to Choba. All right. Temple Azu, thank you. Good evening, Honorable Maxwell. And okay. Okay, this was just for our last conversation. Good evening, Max. Ikodo and Olukumakpe in Ahoda West are in pains because of road and light since creation. I'm begging our LGA chairman, the one in charge of Ahoda West, the governor, to come to our aid. Eric, thank you. Hello. Go ahead, good evening.
Hello, Master. Good evening.
Yes, sir.
My name remains Nido.
Go ahead, sir.
Please, Mr. Maxwell, I want to beg on my local government chairman. Now that they are talking of Ogoni exploiting oil again, let them also remember, let him not forget that he need to carry out the necessary project in Ogoniland, in my community, precisely, Bane community. We don't have light. Since Oderi grew and hand over to Ameshi team now, we have not witnessed light in that community. You could imagine the number of the youth that it have taken long. We only have the electric pole standing, but there is no light. The people in that community are suffering buy, you can imagine the high cost of fuel, and you run your generator running barbing salon and doing hairdressing salon. Everybody at a time will not be at the township, will not be at the local government headquarters boring there. Let him power that community, those local communities, those small communities. It's not big. It's not too big for him. Now that they are receiving the allocation from federal government, it's not more state government again. Let him use this fund and change some things in the good land in my community precisely. That is what I'm telling him. Let my counselor, who is representing me, Ward 10, precisely, Bane, walk on to the local government chairman, tell him that he needs and so this and this to restore in those localities. And my primary school, the new modern primary school that Amechi was building before he left office, which he could not complete. Let them revive it. That's my take this evening. I'm not here to praise anybody this evening. Thank you.
Thank you. Hello?
Hello, good evening.
Yes, sir. Go ahead.
Okay. My name is Pango Barimama.
All right.
Calling from Boring. Okay. I think much that to do in Tanganyika government, but for me, just a word of encouragement to the chairman of council. Let me just say, any moment from now, the chairman will be commissioning the Zostogo modern primary school. That was I saw before now. And the chairman of Kanatama is also constructing a modern primary school in Bunubanga. That's Kanaluka. Bunubanga is one of the kingdoms in Kana. So I speak to you, once that project is completed, it will be having the NYC rotation camp. So, like where I say there is 8 hours uninterrupted electricity. For my community where I come from located in Kababe Kingdom. That was 17 precisely. So the last time the chairman visited my community stakeholders, we pleaded with him to build our town hall for our community square. So as I speak with you, contractors are on site, and that work is in progress. So I want to chairman, and I'm also asking to do more. We are expecting more. You should keep it up. You should never be distracted. So that's just my contribution. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Yes, go ahead. Good evening.
Hello, Master. Good evening.
Go ahead, sir.
Yeah, this is Abraham calling from Rumodo.
All right.
Master, first of all, thanking our chairman of Emu local government, Omereji, to appoint our son, Honorable Barrister Jude Chiku. So we are thanking him because it is the first time since my life I have never seen. I will never even enter that office. So, but now I know that we have started. And I want to beg him for this opportunity. Let them help us to see our school. The primary school, when Ameti have built, when you come there, you will see that there is no roof in that school again. Everywhere have scattered in that school. At least tomorrow, when you come there, you will see where children is learning. He will use their eye and see. Because even now, so many people doesn't like their children to go to that school again. All of them now have located to our nearby communities, like Rumuji. You cannot see any of our children because of the bad school. Because you cannot remain in that school. Today will begin for. When you keep their book, water will touch it. You know, so many people doesn't like to go to that school again because you cannot keep your child where the learning place is bad. So I want to beg him. I want to beg the chairman. Let him help Rumodogo people. Let him help Rumodogo people. At least let the school come up.
Even this light, you have tried you because Rumuji have got light. I'm have got light, but the Rumuji doesn't get light. I don't know the problem. Let him still help us because we must call him. Let him help us. Even our internal road, we don't have. I want to beg him. Thank you.
Thank you. Yes, good evening. Go ahead. Hello. Good evening. Go ahead. Yes, go ahead. Good evening.
Good evening.
Go ahead.
I want to talk about our internal road. I'm calling you from a Twitter.
Yes, please.
The governor should help us on our internal road. The Guta is one of the urban areas in Ikure local government. So we don't have an internal road. Meanwhile, there's one road that NDTC was doing in our Gruta here. And that road was abandoned. There was no drainage, and the drainage was poorly constructed. We want to call on NDTC to see how they can reassign that contract to another contractor. And one other road again, the road that leads to Ipo. We call it school road. We also want to beg the governor to come and see how that road will be constructed. If that road is constructed, we can pass from here to Port Harcourt International Airport. So that is our own appeal. Thank you.
Thank you. Yes, go ahead. Good evening. Yes, sir. Go ahead.
I report it's a least situation with the gutter is like the situation. Why are we waiting until the president is talking about it before we act upon it? They are all filled up and nobody is talking anything about them. These are the ones opposite by everyday supermarket. All those places are eyesore. Please, Governor Mr. King is a good person, he's doing a lot. I would like him to use the good office to start working on the drainage. Now that the rains are still far away coming. Please, I want him to do something fast about it. All over Port Harcourt, all our drainages are filled up. Then secondly, Alakaya has no internal road. All the internal roads in Alakaya are just anyhow. Please, please help Alakaya people. Give them good road. And then their primary school, behind primary school, that the canal there, the gutter there is very small that cannot put up to the canal there. To whatever, where the point they call it. It's very, very small. If you look at that very gutter, it's too small. Please, let the government please act now because the rain starts falling. Please. Thank you. That's my high for.
Thank you. Yes, go ahead. Go ahead.
Okay, I'm Victor from Hong.
All right, sir.
Okay. Do you know that there's no a task force arresting people throwing pepper or anything on the main road? Maybe as you are walking, you drop a pin on the ground. They will just rush you and bundle you into their bus. But this happened to a colleague of mine at Basanjo, close to First Bank. He came out from ATM and they dropped the slip of the transaction he did, the money he withdrew. So this people just came out from opposite side and asked him to pick the pepper. Before you know it, they started dragging him towards their bus. So the guy thought it was kidnappers. He raised the alarm and they started struggling, and he was able to bite two of them. So they succeeded, he wounded them seriously with the bite. So they succeeded in taking him to their office and made him to pay 50,000 naira. So they are putting out law and there's no enlightenment. You walk from Oluwabasanjo, from Water Lines to the end of Oluwabasanjo, you not see any dustbin to drop something. So how is that type of law enforceable when there's no provision to make the law work? So that's my eyewitness. I don't know what the state government, the type of policies they are bringing to just to give the boys job.
All right, thank you.
For them to stop people. Yeah, thank you.
All right, keep the calls coming in. It's called Eyewitness Report, where you talk about issues within your community, social, health, negative, positives within your area. We'll get to talk about it. And, of course, the authorities are listening to do the needful. Bring it to their notice. Good evening.
Hello?
Yes, sir, go ahead.
Hello?
I can hear you.
Hello?
Thanks for greetings. Help me tell Commissioner of Police to warn his men collecting money from innocent Nigerians along Iguru Taiche Road. I had an encounter with them this evening on my way coming back to Port Harcourt after I presented my motor documents to them. I am not telling them not to do their work, but they should do the needful and not to be demanding money from innocent Nigerians in this hard weather. Thank God, ability to able. Thank you. Good evening.
Good evening, Maxwell.
Yes, sir. Go ahead.
Yes, you can see the network that they want to increase the tariff. Just look at what we've been struggling to make all sense. Maxwell, my brother, something happened today at Eleme Junction. A woman was just divided into two. And by being divided into two, is such a person alive again? No. I really don't know why federal government or state government that are in charge of constructing roads, doing roads, what pains me most is that they don't normally ply on such bad roads. They use flight. If only they go through these bad roads with us, what happened to Okeke happened to them, I will be happy. The people will keep dying as a result of bad roads. You know? And they are flying up there. A woman was divided into two. That woman died there. Mas, it was a gory thing. I am telling you. If you do not have the heart, you won't be able to just watch where a human being that left her house this morning. They were struggling to go to market or anywhere to get something for the children, for the family. Did not come back alive. Was divided. The two laps were just, and the hip, the lower abdomen, separated from the...
It's okay. It's so, the way you're saying it there is okay, sir. Thank you. Thank you. I don't know how I'm feeling right now. Please. Sylvester from Rummaking, he says, I'm still talking about the abandoned canal behind School Road along the high tension line that was supposed to channel water to Choba River. It's almost 14 years now. Obiakpo LJ chairman should start work before the next rainy season. Hello, good evening. Go ahead.
Good evening.
Yes, sir. Go ahead.
Good evening.
Go ahead.
I have to say, so mine is not really an eyewitness report, but I want to ask you for a favor. So I'll be leaving the state pretty soon, so I want to know how I can listen to your station out from outside the state.
Okay, via on YouTube, you can get it on YouTube. Yes, you can get it on YouTube. You can also get it on the station's app. Good evening. Okay. My witness is about a big community like Rumekini. There is no single internal road tarred by the state or local government. While we suffer in the midst of plenty, federal government is taxing the people hardly to gather money through different tax reforms and the increment of fuel and electronic money transfers, deduction, which they end up sharing this money with state and local government. Max, River State government is receiving huge amount of allocation from the federal government every month, and roadmaking in the community does not have an internal road. Max, I checked how much the Obiako Local Government Council have received for the past 3 months, and I was shocked. They should develop my community hall. Very soon I will be calling on the AFCC and ICPC to ask these politicians what they are doing with their allocation. Heavy amount of money is coming in, whereas nothing to show for. River State government and Obiako chairman should fix remaking internal roads before the rain starts. DK, thank you. Good evening. Yes, go ahead. So sorry. Good evening, Maxwell. Maxwell, have they implemented the 50% increment on our network? Because I had 15 naira and I made 58 seconds call. And next thing I heard was your call credit has been exhausted. Maxwell, I'm still crying for 4 units for 1,000 naira. PHED is giving us, and this communication increment again. These people should have human feeling for once. Kwanu, where is their conscience? I just pray that people's eye will open to solar energy. Then I'll know how they will feel or make profit. Actually, I'm angry. Okay, well, that's the way the nation is right now as we speak. Good evening. So sorry. I can take 1 or 2 and then we'll wrap up this conversation. Reach out to me on Facebook, Lucky Maxwell on Facebook. Follow me on Facebook, Lucky Maxwell, LuckyMaxwell. Just reach out. I put up a post there about 2 people that I need for a particular job. So go on my page, you'll see it. And then if you're doing that kind of job, let me know. Or if you have someone who can do it, please send a message to my DM. But let's take this last one and then we'll wrap up. Okay. Well, it seems that's much we can take on today's segment. Keep watch within your community. Keep on talking to the appropriate authorities. Thank God someone had confessed what he saw that his own local government has received for the past 3 months. They have a whole lot they are supposed to do because they are receiving so much. Now, I'm talking about the LGAs. They are receiving in B figures. So please, it is not everything you will call the governor. Some of the things are supposed to be done by the LGA chairman. You should hold them accountable. They should do what they are supposed to do. The governor, also the state government, also have their own responsibility. So everyone should go and read. If you're learned, even if you're a school cert holder, go and read the Constitution and know what is your right and your privileges. Nigerians must wake up. All this complain. Wake up. Know all this praise and praise. If you continue to praise, well, that's your own business. So, but that's much you can take. Good evening. Thank you very much.
Talk radio. I listen to a lot of talk radio.
95.1 FM. 95.1 FM. Voice of the people.
And we're back. Until recently, he was the head coach of the People's Elephant, Enyimba Football Club of Nigeria. I've said something, and I continue to say it. There are 3 types of coaches. One that has been sacked, the one waiting to be sacked, and of course the one that cannot be sacked. You know these coaches. They are everywhere you turn. One of them is Arsene Wenger. Yes. he couldn't be sacked. Now, we have a young man who, as far as I'm concerned, the future is very, very bright. I did say until recently, he was the coach of Eyimba Football Club. Yema, that's what they call him. Yemi Olarewaju is our guest on this edition of Global Sports Update. My name is Godwin Enak, and I will take a quick break. When we come back, Yema will be telling us what plans he's got. Football is his life. Thank you for staying with us. And of course, I did say Yemi Olarewaju, former coach of Eyimba Football Club, former coach of Van der Reiser, former assistant coach of MFM FC, right there on the show with us. Yema, how are you doing today? It's good to have you on the show.
I'm fine, sir. Nice talking to you too. I think last time we spoke was when Eyimba is playing, we were playing Enugu Rangers in Enugu.
Yes, sir. That was the last time.
I think you are the only one that has power to drag me to either radio interview anytime because I've been affording this. But being a father for me, I don't think I can hardly say no to any request of me. So I'm happy to be here anyway.
Thank you, Yemi. Thank you so much. Now, the first question Nigerians want you to answer is, what next for Yema?
Yeah, I think for now, immediately I parted with Eyimba. Within 24 hours, I have one or two calls from Nigeria. But for now, I think I've missed my family so much. You know, coaching job takes almost everything away from you. You know, you hardly have time for yourself, for your family. I have books that I have to read. I have courses to review that, you know, I need to update from Scotland. I couldn't do anything because of the work. Because from one session, you are planning the next session. From one match venue, you are going to another one. So for me, for now, all the approach I've had, the only thing I'm telling is that I need time to tell my family, to review myself, because when something happens to you in life, you have to step back first. You know, you have to review yourself, evaluate yourself. You know, before you're ready to go again. I have a course. I have my UFAB to complete in Scotland in March. So that's my priority for now. After that, I have one or two offers. Even outside Nigeria, I was surprised when people started chatting me now, you know, coach, you have been following your progress. Are you interested in so project? Are you interested in this? So everything needs to wait. I want to save my family for a while, conclude my course, and get myself back on track.
So what it means is that there's no coaching for Yemi Olarewaju until he's done with the UEFA B license in Scotland in March. Is that what you have just said?
You know, in football, nothing can be close, you know. It's difficult for me, honestly, because me, I'm used to working. I mean, you know me very well. The only thing that motivates me as a coach and that drives me is passion, working and getting victory. The funniest thing that, even though that's why I work with Eyimba, I never knew that people actually appreciate what I did with Eyimba, you know. Someone told me that, Yema, you lost 2 games in the season, 15 games for Eyimba. This is surprising. Your team considered let's go. So I never even focus on all this, honestly speaking, because the continental pressure and here and there doesn't even allow me to, you know, to really look back and say, wow, last time we lost was against Academy Warrior in Maduguri. That is week 5. So I never really focus on all that. But I'm happy with 1 or 2, you know, commendation I've got outside there. But even though I'm not really moved with that, so for now I can't close the door finally to say. But for now, I think I really want to focus on, you know, sorting my course. I have some books that I bought when I was in Scotland last time. I couldn't read any because of the work. There's no time. So I need to, you know, get myself ready for the next challenge. That's what's important. But I can't close the door anyway. If I see something that is more enticing, then maybe I may jump at it. But for now, I want to stay here with my family and get myself ready for the next stage.
Did your wife celebrate your sack?
Not really.
Yeah.
You know, Patalis was happy because, to be honest with you, sir, you know, I haven't said this to anybody. Prior before then, I wanted to resign, honestly speaking. Like 10 days before that, I wanted to resign. You know, immediately after our game against Sunshine at home, we scored 2 clean goals, all were choked off. You know, all were cancelled, and I was like, the goal was on my Twitter, everybody was, how can you cancel this goal? So I wasn't getting that reaction I'm supposed to get from my people that you cancel this. We scored 3 goals against Rangers in there. in Aba. Rangers didn't have the shot at goal. That's the funniest thing. They didn't play one corner kick. You know? So 2 consecutive home draw, scoring 5 goals, and all was against us. I was like, man, things are not working in my favor, and I'm not getting that support the way I'm supposed to get, because this Rivers United in Port Harcourt, in Enugu, nobody's going to cancel those goals. You know? So I wanted to resign. People were like, hey, Yama, why do you want to give up? If you give up, people will think you are chilling out. You are a young guy with a lot of future ahead of you. Why do you want to give up? This, you have to keep enduring it. So when what happened, I honestly speaking, about that, my father, I thank you. I'm telling you, I won't say I'm happy, but at the same time too, I felt relieved that, okay, now it's time for me to go and relax. So she didn't celebrate much. She was just, babe, see you are coming home, thank God. We'll be happy to have you at home for some time now. So that was the first thing she said to me.
Our wives. You know who they are. Happy to have you back home. It's interesting. Now, when you say support, which support from where precisely that you didn't get?
You know, there's a way things work in football. When things are not going your way, or the results are not coming, and the whole team accepts responsibility, especially when you are playing well, the way we are playing. If you look at it, when I was there, people can testify to it. Even when we draw some game at home, we have played everybody. I never lost to any top team. I played Rangers twice, we never lost. I played Remo, we never lost. I played Shooting Star 4 times, I won 3 times, including in Ibadan. You know, I played Plateau United, I won them at home, draw. My last game in Enyimba was against Plateau United away, where we got drawn. So when the results were not, especially drawn those games at home, and everybody was putting the blame on me. When I scored clean goal, you saw it, and it was choke off for reason I don't know. Yet, my head almost get cut off. So that was when I felt like, you know, this support is not there, because it's another thing that your team is not playing well. It's another thing that you are playing when you are scoring, and it's not in my hand anymore. So that's why I said I didn't get that support. Then I saw that almost everybody was against me, like everything turned against me. I was like, man, I don't feel comfortable with that anymore. So that was when I thought of I needed to resign, and people were advising me, Yema, don't give up. So I had to stay back, and fortunately, let me say unfortunately, after we returned from Mozambique, and we went to 6 days before we came back. We were in Mozambique for 6 days before we could return to Nigeria. We come back from Lagos straight to Just, and we still went there and played draw against Plateau United. So when what happened, I was like, wow. Eventually, I think I have to go and I need to go and rest. So that was why I said the support. I couldn't get that support, you know. So it was what it is. I'm happy with the way everything went, honestly speaking.
Yema Larewaju, did you see this sack coming from Enyimba? Did you see it coming at any point?
Yes, I saw it.
Tell us. Talk us through. We are listening.
Why I said I saw it is this. Initially, from the beginning of the season, I qualified this team for Continental. You know, when I qualified the team for Continental, and I was supposed to resume back, the chairman told me, Yema, I need you to come back. To be honest with you, cannot give me support to some. So there were other members of this management who are talking to different coaches. So I was like, what is going on? The day I qualified, I was the only coach that qualified anywhere for Continental in Nigeria. Rangers, Remo, Academy, they all crash out. The day I qualified for Continental, they were talking to another coach.
Wow.
So I was like, what is happening? People would call me, and I was in third. I was third on the table in Nigeria Premier League. As at week 7, I've won Manager of the Week twice in week 7 in Nigeria. I've won Manager of the Week twice in the league. I was third. I just told them, people were calling me, you get president? I said no. They were talking to social coach. They were talking, as I was like, what is all this? You know, then I knew that there are a lot of people, or maybe around the club, who never, you know, they felt like I'm not letting them have their way the way they want to. You know, or whatever reason that is, I don't know. But how can you be in week 5 when I was third on the table, qualified the team for Continental in group stage, then you are talking to another coach? So for me, I didn't feel comfortable. I was like, something's wrong somewhere, you know. But in everything, I give thanks to God, honestly speaking. I never regret, because someone was like, Rivers wanted you by all means. Rivers wanted you and Finidi, you could have gone. As a never. I don't have any regret over my decision. Never. The experience and the challenges was very, very good for my growth. So I'm very happy with everything. And I'll keep loving the club and supporting the club. That's it.
Thank you, Yemi Olarewaju. I'm not done with you yet. We'll be back tomorrow by the special grace of God, because one edition certainly cannot be enough for me to talk to this young man. Talking about Eyimba, the People's Elephant, the biggest club in the history of Nigerian football in terms of what they have won. My name is Godwin Inakna. Global Sports Update. Keep praying for Nigeria. God bless Nigeria.
All right. All you need to know about this one is that
95.1 FM. Such a unique style.
What's a successful business without sales? And what is sales without an audience? Well, do you know that you can reach 8 million listeners across 6 states in 2 geopolitical zones all at once? How? With Today 95.1 FM, you can get millions of people to know about your business. And what does that mean to you? More sales. Call 081 389 2850 now for more information.
In a world where innocence should be cherished and childhood dreams allowed to flourish, there exists a painful reality that we must confront, a reality known as child abuse and neglect. Every child deserves to grow up in an environment filled with love, care, and safety. But sadly, not all children are fortunate enough to experience this. A survey revealed that 6 out of 10 Nigerian children experienced at least one form of violence before they are 18. In May 2022, a public opinion poll revealed statistics as 88% of adult Nigerians admitted the prevalence of child abuse, while 51% of adult Nigerians also acknowledge personally seeing abusive treatment in their localities. Child abuse and neglect come in many forms: physical, emotional, and even neglectful acts of omission. These acts can leave deep scars, both visible and hidden, on a child's heart and soul. It's crucial for all of us to stand together against this injustice. We can be the voice that these vulnerable children desperately need. We must recognize the signs, report suspicions, and provide support to those affected. We have the power to break the cycle of abuse and neglect. Let us strive to create a world where every child feels safe, valued, and loved. A world where their laughter can flourish and their dreams can take flight. Join us in raising awareness, advocating for change, and championing the rights of every child. Together, we can make a difference and ensure that no child ever has to endure the pain of abuse or neglect. It's time to be the change, to protect the most vulnerable among us. Let us work hand in hand to build a brighter, safer future for our children. This message is brought to you by Today 95.1 FM, Voice of the People.
Every day, we hear reports about counterfeit products, stories of fake drugs, foods, expired goods and other consumables being manufactured, imported, and sold to unsuspecting members of the public. Findings reveal that Africa records at least 100,000 deaths from fake drugs-related ailments yearly. These fake and substandard products, particularly drugs, have been considered a global threat to human lives. And despite efforts by authorized agencies in Nigeria to combat the menace, the Nigerian market remains flooded with different unwholesome products. This is a plea to all those who manufacture and sell these goods to desist. Stop this menace of counterfeit products. Let's place value on human lives. And should you have purchased a counterfeit product or unsatisfied with the product, please contact SON or Consumer Protection Agency. This message is powered by Today 95.1 FM, the voice of the people.
Nigeria is more than a geographical expanse of land spreading from the north down to the south. Nigeria is the people that live in it. You are Nigerian. I am Nigerian. We are Nigerian. Nigeria gets better when we do. And there is no limits to the little things we could all do to make Nigeria a country we will be proud to call our own. Little things that matter, done for the love of Nigeria, is all we need to make Nigeria better and greater. This message is powered by Today 95.1 FM.
Talk radio. I listen to a lot of talk radio.
95.1 FM.
It's a triple experience on this frequency. Talk, news, and sports. Right here, every day on Today 95.1 FM. The voice of the people.
Hello, my people. Are you ready for an electrifying experience that would send shivers down your spine? Welcome to the thrill. Hold on tight as we dive into the hottest high life tracks that will make your pulse race and your feet move. It's not just a show. It's a musical and talk adventure that would leave you craving for more. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the thrill. Mondays to Thursdays, 9 p.m. Only on Today 95.1 FM.
September by King Robert Bizimore, because it's Monday, it's a new week, and my plan actually is for you to move your body. Move your body, because why not? Hello, beautiful people. Good evening. How are you doing? How did your day go? I hope you had a blessed day. I had a beautiful day myself. Well, it was hectic in between, but then it was fruitful, so yeah. I'm happy. I'm happy still. How did your day go? I do hope that, you had a fruitful day, or you had a money-making day. I hope it was a money-making Monday for you. Okay? I hope it was a money-making Monday for you. Anyway, I'm right here with you to give you amazing high life songs, and of course for you and I to have beautiful conversations, because that's what we do on this dial. It is Today 95.1 FM, so premium content all day, every day. No, we don't sleep over here. We don't sleep over here. I mean, we give you everything premium. Okay, so it's a new week, and somehow January has come and gone. No, like play. I mean, it's the 27th day in the month of January, and am I the only person who thinks that January was pretty fast this year? I don't know, but somehow, right? I think January came really early. I think January came really early, and I mean, January is almost done now, so this year was different. But what's that tell about 2025? I don't know, but should we be afraid of 2025? Because usually we have January like 42 days. But this year, January is over in 4 days. I mean, look, this is, well, sweet and bitter somehow. I don't know yet how I feel about it. Okay, but how do you feel about the fact that January this year was pretty fast? It was pretty fast. Or maybe you didn't notice, but I did. I think I came to that realization today when I had to put together one or two things. Anyway, you're welcome to tonight's episode of The Thrill. And as you already know now, High Life songs only, premium High Life songs, because why not? So I'm saying sit pretty and just let me take you on this amazing ride. I can do it, so why not?
Jega kokwana me mana do no love mwa. Jega kokwana me mana do no love mwa. Oya be chile. Jega kokwana me mana na do me love mwa. Aina jereza mori en Nigeria ya. Ego mgenye no love me akolambo. Jega kokwana me mana do no love mwa. Wera mana no. Jega kokwana me mana do no love mwa. Amo wezesele. Jega kokwana me Yega kokwana me mana na tro me love mwa. Na nanu ne. Yega kokwana me mana na mi panaka o. Kamera mana ba chike ti bakwana. Yega kokwana me mana na tro me love mwa. Ishagama. Lori en Nigeria ya. Yego mbenye no love me akolambo. Yega kokwana me mana no love mwa. Awakamo me. Yega kokwana me mana tro na love mwa. Ijalule. Yega kokwana me studio. Magri wanyo mama. Magri mpokara ebem dire chiku egwu. Akpọrọ na menwa akere yodo. Enyi m baba ayanga mo. Nde mma na agbakọma. Chele na ebem chije n'ọkwa anwale mma. Ọsọ ndadari. Nwanne m nwoke shim. Onye rego ojiri n'onyere mma. Ihu na-acha nwa akịrị mpọkara n'ịcha ha gbasa dọla ndị ego ego. Ịkpakwanyere ma gbachie ike ebe. Obi no man etinye. Anda gas. Yekekere ụwa biko. Kanyekwanụ m oke erula m. Chiege kokwana me mana na mi mpanaka o. Ande m mo. Chiege kokwana me mana dono m love mbalaga. Obi na gbare wana. Chiege kokwana me mana na mi mpanaka. Isanori en Nigeria ya. Ego m ga-enye no love me akola mo. Chiege kokwana me mana dono m love mma. Ande ya manole. Chiege kokwana me mana dono m love mma. Ijelule. Chiege kokwana me mana dono m love mma. Ijeluri en Nigeria ya. Ego m ga-enye no love me akola mo. Chei ile. Onye papa nyere ma nwanne dị ka achịchie ike o. Na Nigeria isi bọọlụ otu. Ndị dị mma na karịalụ. Ndị osochi egwa karịalụ. Enye ọma mere n'ibe m ejila arịla ahụ mma o. Ekekere ụwa biko ka nyekwarala ma ga-adụ. Onye rime anya nwanne ya na-alụ nne. Chiege kọkwa nna m ma na nanụ ya mkpanaka o. Ndị mmadụ tụrụla m n'ọbụ ma na-ezetụrụla m n'ọbụ mbalaga. Chiege kọkwa nna m ma na nanụ ya mkpanaka o. Risa n'ori ihe Nigeria ya. Ego m ga-enye n'ụlọ afọ m ya akọla m o. Ego kọkwa nna m ma na n'ụlọ m n'ọbụ mma. Ande. Ego kọkwa nna m ma na n'ụlọ m n'ọbụ mma. Ama weze ezele. Ego kọkwa nna m ma na n'ụlọ m n'ọbụ mma. Alo. Ige lori ihe Nigeria ya. Ego m ga-enye n'ụlọ afọ m ya akọla m o. Ego kọkwa nna m ma na n'ụlọ m n'ọbụ mma. Amala prakwa igwe. Ego kọkwa nna m ma na n'ụlọ m n'ọbụ mma. Linda yi me bọọlụ. Ego kọkwa nna m ma na n'ụlọ m n'ọbụ mma. Onye lori ihe Nigeria ya. Ego m ga-enye n'ụlọ afọ m ya akọla m o. Zakia. Ekwa. Komra na miyos. Chai. Anwe Joanna. Joanna, Anwe Joanna. Joanna, Anwe Joanna. Women are sent a little good open and gonna why. Mana tumachi yawonene medanobi yo medanobi anemo amarema ekuzoro totoma mani masuwe tukoda munyara iyemo owamo ije nwambada jeru kugiri atanada nwambada alala iyemo owamo onurachia Yekilela muchim Chineke mere mawuru nwoke Yekilela muchim Chineke mere mawuru nwoke Kejela jolara Yeni nwoke omejunara Awoke jela jolara Johnson nwoke omejunara Awoke jela jolara Kelechi nwoke omejunara Awoke jela jolara Jambosco nwoke omejunara Awoke jela jolara Woke na jara nne ya Yana ngoma Kenya wani Woke na jempa ya wani Yana ngoma Kenya wani ya Wani ya mkwani Yana mafili mbota Kilimi dayo Arabanko Okrayo Ori my Oferose Congo mama because na mindo minokotaya Megida I am serious. Feeling me so. I am serious. I am serious. Feeling me Colombo. I am serious. Yeah. I'm with Joanna. I'm with Joanna. I'm with Joanna. Seka, you go bend it on a why? Baby, oh, killing me, die, yo. Cry, Ori my Oferosi, Congo, mama, because I'm in Domino, go tire, Megida. If we belong, Abalituruma ora, Zulu, Nemana, Nayoma, Amadumano, Manubio, one name. Saidara, Mamma, Colaya, Chimo, one name, and name. Independent and melody.
You already know that as the High Life Queen, I have to come correct. I mean, so this is me coming correct with beautiful High Life songs because now really run out. I'm sorry, I have to sprinkle, a little bit of pride here and there. But then, how they say healthy self-esteem, it's necessary, good for the soul. Let's just say that's what I have. Anyway, let's get right into the conversation on the table this evening. My name is Amaka, and I'm going to be your host pretty much for the rest of the evening, or for the rest of the night, if you'd rather. And we are going to have such a great time on the radio. I do hope that you are ready to come along with me on this amazing ride. Okay, so the conversation is as it hot because you know how, we love to keep it real here. We keep it fresh on this dial. We bring you the stories, we bring you the gist as they drop, as they happen. The most talked about situations. That's what we discuss right here on this dial. So this is me bringing this conversation. Most of you must have already heard of it because it's trending on social media. And you know, anything that concerns Peter Obi is news, right? So somehow, but for some Nigerians, they have referred to Peter Obi as the social media president. And I cannot say that I do not know why they call him that. Somehow, the man just manages to make headlines on social media every other time. So every time he is doing something, every time he does something, every time he moves out of the country or he goes somewhere or he says something, oh, boom, it's in the news. I don't know if it's about what he says or it's about what he does or if it's just about his personality, but he is almost always on the lips of Nigerians. So, he's in the news again. I don't think he ever leaves the news. I'm not very sure that's something that happens. I don't think he ever leaves the news. And so, well, here he is again. He has criticized the current administration, saying there are more Yahoo people in government than outside. Like I said, this is trending. It made the headlines on so many blogs on social media with the group of Nigerians. There's a group of Nigerians who agree with Peter Obi. You know, there's a group that are already in love with the man. So whatever he says, of course, they are buying. And then there's the group who, the other group would be critical. You know, that this other group would ask questions. Okay, so why are you saying this? Why are you criticizing the government? What would you have done differently? Oh, you were once the governor of Anambra State. What did you do so much for the people of Anambra State? What makes you think you are in a good position or in a better position to criticize the government? So, of course, we have, you know, these different groups of Nigerians coming up with various arguments, okay, where Peter Obi is concerned. And so, during Peter Obi's keynote address at the 4th graduation ceremony of Nexford University, which is themed Lead the Change, Ignite Your Future, he stressed that the country is suffering. That is, Nigeria is suffering due to corrupt officials who are draining government resources. He said, and I quote, I'm quoting him now, "When we talk about vices, don't just think of Yahoo boys. There are more Yahoo people in government than outside, as we've turned the entire country into a crime scene where those in power and those outside are both stealing." He further highlighted the need, so I was supposed to say end of quotes, so end of quotes. He further highlighted the need for quality leadership, urging graduates to become agents of positive change. He lamented that the younger generation is suffering as a result of past leaders' failure to make the right decisions. So basically, Peter Obi is saying that the problems that we are facing as a country, right? And that where this situation with corruption is concerned, that we would need to look inwards, and by inwards, the government. So it's not every time the boys on the streets, the boys who are into internet fraud and all of that, he's saying there are more Yahoo boys in government than there are on the streets. And I did mention that this is trending, and so of course there's a group of Nigerians who agree with him, those who would swallow everything Peter Obi says, hook, line, and sinker. And then there's the group that would also criticize him, saying that he was a one-time governor. So what did he do as a governor? And then, well, for this group of Nigerians, they insist that Peter Obi would not do so much. He would not do anything really different from what the current government is doing. So for some Nigerians, they're saying, look, if you become the president of Nigeria tomorrow, we don't see anything that you would do differently. That politicians in Nigeria are all cut from the same cloth. Well, I did say that this is making the headlines. This made the headlines on social media. So, of course, there are various reactions, millions of reactions, if I may. and people are talking and talking. So we are going to have that conversation. That's the conversation on the table tonight, and I'm going to need you to come in with your thoughts. I'm going to need you to, of course, let's know where you stand. Do you agree with Peter Obi? Do you think that because some people have also asked this question, right? Why are you always criticizing the government? But then people like the actor and activist Kenneth Okonkwo would say he has severally talked about how he has a problem with Peter Obi's style of opposition. Really. And then there are some Nigerians who'd also support Kenneth Okonkwo, saying that, okay, look, Peter Obi needs to do this, he needs to do that. Frankly speaking, I do not understand what a lot of people expect from him, though. But it feels like he's doing a lot already because, like I said, he's always in the news. And that has earned him the title social media president. So let's talk, beautiful people. What are your thoughts? Do you agree with Peter Obi? He says there are more Yahoo people in government than outside. Is this something you agree with? And then do you think Obi's comments about the government so far come from a place of anger, having lost the elections last year? Would you say that his criticism so far are based on, facts? Or is it coming from a place of, anger or pain or hurt as per, I contested for this position, I lost the position, and this is what I want, they didn't give it to me, this is what I wanted, they didn't give it to me, so I'm going to attack. Do you think that's what she's doing? Is that where this is coming from? Or for you, is he just a normal Nigerian, speaking up about the things that he considers bad vices, and he's trying to, talk and talk, so maybe, just maybe, things will change? Well, during the conversation, phone lines are open. 0817 0000 951. 0817 0000 951. 0810 951 951. 0810 951 951. Let's talk, beautiful people, during the conversation and tell me what you think. All right, first call. Hello.
Yes.
Hello, good evening to you.
Yeah, good evening. Thank you.
What's your name?
The radio. Yes.
What's your name and where are you calling from?
Peter from Oyibo.
You're welcome.
Yes. You see that Obi's run. Don't you think that Obi is 100% correct? What is happening in the government today? Okay, are we now saying that Mr. President or our leader don't know where the problem of Nigeria is coming from? Are they going to deny? When you know that this is where the problem is coming from, just like a car that has developed a fault, as soon as the mechanic discovers that the fault is coming from so he will just go straight there and correct the fault, change that thing that is causing the car problem, and the car will be okay. Is that not what we are talking about? And this is a country where we have leaders. You remember a time when Senator Ringim from Borno State came up with a bill. The man took it upon himself. We are talking of the police pension. And he said enough is enough. That these are people that after serving the country for 35 years, and at the end of the day, you will give him 1.something million Nigeria today. These things are happening in our country here. I would say that our leaders don't know where the problem is coming from. Do you know that these policemen, they pay
they deduct money from their salaries for them to enjoy pension in years to come after retirement.
Okay.
Which country adopts that kind of pattern? If I serve the country meritoriously,
all right,
I should deserve good things at the end of my service. Yes, I should be taken care of, but that does not happen. When an IG comes, those pension companies, they will just go and pay him a visit. He said, no, don't go there, don't go that. You are welcome. We came to, he understand.
All right.
The status quo then.
All right. So you agree with Peter Obi at the end of the day?
Hello?
Yes, you agree.
Was suspended from
Can you hear me? Can you hear me?
Yes.
You agree with Peter Obi?
Hello?
Okay.
Hello? Hello?
Yes, I can hear you. You agree with Peter Obi, right? That's what you're saying. That's your point.
Network.
Okay, but thank you. I think we got your point. Thank you so much. Hello. 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 I'm sorry. You have to try calling again. Hello, good evening. Yes, please, good evening.
I hope you won't announce many lectures tonight because
I cannot hear you clearly. Can you talk louder, please?
I say I hope you won't announce many lectures. So
I'm trying to do that. Okay. What's your name and where are you calling from?
I am Alexander.
You're welcome.
Peter B is very correct.
Okay.
Some point. He's 100% correct.
All right. You don't think this is coming from a place of anger?
Yes, and I will get in a country where reasonable people are in administration. The last administration that handed over to this was some few days before they left us. They promised Nigerian next, only for us to notice that they plan that they borrowed and they took their thing to ask for their plan back. So I don't see what sort of Yahoo that is together this month.
All right.
Correct.
All right. Thank you. Okay. Hello. Good evening.
91.5.
95.1 Today FM.
95.1. Sorry, Today FM. Good evening.
Good evening to you. Name and location, please.
I am John Africa calling you from Kubu.
You're welcome.
Yes. I agree with you 100%. Say there is Yahoo men or boys in the government than the ones where EFCC and the other security agencies they pursue in Nigeria. Why do I say so? Last 2-3 days, your sister radio sister in news, the road where they give somebody name for Abuja, call it Buaria Road. Well, here say waiting they use maintenance or take worker now 100 billion of Nigerian money. Simple say they give the road Buhari. The same we are who where would they talk? Where you to be talk when need the support. Last year they said we won't buy rice for 40,000 naira per bag. Before you know it, they said only civil servants. Before you know it, they said let the civil servants begin to register their name. Till today, the rice saga, the rice Yahoo Wahala don't go.
Okay.
Last year there were federal roads and in Nigerian budget, 800 and something billion for federal roads. The minister then, whether I still there now, say it's not enough. They bring it to 1.something trillion. This year again in our project, the budget again.
Okay.
They have wanted 800 billion again.
All right.
The same person, the same people say that money no go carry the road. And all the federal or the state this government to enter. No one when they don't finish.
Okay.
We see when we pass that one.
All right. Thank you. Thank you for calling. 0701 9339 962 0701-9339-962. This number for text messages and, of course, WhatsApp messages. Hello. Oh, I'm so sorry. Try calling again. Yes, 0701-9339-962. Let's have text messages and WhatsApp messages as well. Hello, good evening.
Hello, good evening. Hello, good evening.
Good evening to you, name and location. Turn down the volume of your radio, please.
My radio thing, I'm far from radio. I want to comment from Peter Obi in Nigerian politics and Yahoo modern.
You said that there are more Yahoo people in government than outside.
Yes, of course, it's true. Because what Nigeria is facing now is more than Yahoo. Because many people are dying, hardship everywhere. So it's not making a mistake by saying or by making a comment like that. So it's not a lie. It's true.
All right.
And then his comment is not by angry because he lost election. No. It's a worthy and a confident governor before of
okay.
In Anambra State. So it's a confident governor. So even if he won election in Nigeria, it can make Nigeria to be better. But even governors or presidents of this country, they are making a lot of mistakes. People are dying. So he's not making a mistake by saying that.
All right, thank you.
All right, thank you.
Thank you. Hello, good evening.
Hello, good evening.
Good evening to you. Name and location, please.
Hello, good evening.
I can hear you. Good evening, name and location. Yeah.
Hello?
Yes, I can hear you. Go ahead.
Hello.
Oh, I'm sorry. You'd have to try calling again. Okay, so use the messages portal 0701-9339-962. Hello, good evening.
Good evening, my sister.
Good evening to you. Name and location, please.
Okay, my name is Everett. I'm calling from Cuba.
You're welcome.
I don't think that Peter B is making that statement because he lose the election. If we have somebody like Peter B, like these three, they talk about this government, whether they for change or not. My sister, you were in this country, which they go Ethiopia, go carry Nigerian Ethiopia plane. Straight, Ghana gone deceive us here. Your recent, they say they are Nigeria refinery, Port Harcourt.
Ethiopia what?
Aeroplane, gone deceive us here.
Okay.
Not me, I will be that. Then in day they said refinery is working. Today, they said marketers is going to boycott this thing, go and import fuel. If the refinery is working, why would marketers go to import fuel? Why? The refinery is not working. You didn't hear that they increase tariff for this outfit where they talk with you now. They did not be Yahoo with that. If Yahoo boys said not even make money where those who are making. I'm telling you the fact.
Okay.
So there is nothing wrong when Peter Bay talk that is not because of the loose election. No. Yeah, nothing to.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Okay, keep your calls coming in 0810-9510-951 0817-0000-951. Hello.
Hello.
Good evening. Name and location, please.
Okay, my name is Tango. Okay.
You're welcome.
I think I will start taking people be serious, you know?
Yes, go ahead.
I think for me, I think I will start taking to be serious when you start condemning insecurity in his region.
When he starts condemning insecurity in his region?
Yes.
Okay.
For me, what was his achievement?
In Anambra State, as the governor?
Outside Laga Bia and the rest.
Okay.
Tangible achievement of Peter Obi in Anambra.
You're saying there's no tangible achievement of Peter Obi in Anambra State?
Yeah, that's what I mean.
Okay, is that where you're from?
Hello?
Is that where you're from? Are you from Anambra State?
No, I'm not from Anambra State. I'm from Local State.
So how do you know there's no tangible achievements from Peter Obi?
No, I follow up programs and news.
Okay.
No achievement in Lagos State is not hidden.
Oh, okay.
In Lagos State, achievement is not hidden. So So the achievement of it will be, even as I am now, I don't know what it will be achieving, and I'm the hero like that. So now, I just need to think, that's just my own position. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you for sharing your position with us. Okay. People who have Anambra State, can you relate? Is there nothing that Peter Obi achieved 8 years as the governor of Anambra State? Hello, good evening to you.
Yeah, good evening.
Good evening. Name and location. You're welcome.
Yeah. In Nigeria, we don't like people that say things the way it is. What Peter Obi said now, you don't need to use mirror to check. Many people that are in government, at times I address them as the political jobbers. They are not easier for you. Are you sure that those men are people that are from Nigeria? Look at what they are doing to their children. A liter of fuel is how much? A cup of gari is 200. 2 kilos of sugar, 3 kilos of sugar is how much? And you saw these people, Nigeria. People say what is it. You know that down very well. Nobody should speak about that.
Okay.
And because Yahoo boys, even Yahoo boys, they have mercy. You see at times they throw money. Politicians, no matter everything they stole, you don't see them giving to other people. So I prefer Yahoo people first more than them.
Okay.
I'm telling you.
All right. Thank you. Okay. Hello. Good evening. Hello. Yes, please. Good evening to you.
This is Chief Solomon.
You're welcome.
You see, yesterday, we treat about police brutality against Yahoo people.
I'm sorry. Please talk louder.
I say, yesterday, there is what we treated in your station about police brutality against Yahoo. They always flash their phone. That is how it's supposed to be. These are politicians. Now then they do this Yahoo back.
Okay, you're saying that they should also be searched.
Yes, they should also be dispatched.
Okay.
You see, this is Yahoo. Both those boys and them, no one they good. No one they support. No one will say this one, I appreciate this one more than this. But what I know that politicians, with all their disappointment, and it's pretty well then all they are who relies on their head.
All right, thank you. All right, thank you.
Just because they are on top of their police now, you get with that guy them and afraid of them to catch them. Police cannot be old. They this for himself, not to take their own. If it's like that, you will see that most of our politicians over the more than those boys.
All right. Thank you. Thank you so much. Oh, I'm sorry. Let me quickly race through some messages here. Uzoma Ogomeze texting from Ugiri Mbano says, what he says is the truth. Somalia is already better than Nigeria. Serious Only says, without missing words, Obi is absolutely right in his assertion about the criminals in position of trust. Ugochukwu Eagle says that's the obvious truth. Chioma Kingsley Walu says the Peter Obi hasn't said anything concerning the happening in his dear state. Oh, okay. Hello.
Amaka, good evening.
Good evening to you. You're welcome.
Amaka, what you have in Nigerian government is Yahoo Pro Max. Yahoo Pro Max. In fact, premium Yahoo. T2B is always on point, has always been on point, and this time it's on point again. You understand? And anybody that is refusing to answer the question is he on point with what he's saying? Not taking us back to what if we begin to debate on the achievements of or no achievements of a P2P, in short, it's just people that they are, I don't know, from whatever distance they are, they hear things and I don't know how to put it. But that's not the issue. That's not what we are discussing now. What we are discussing is if these people are the corridors of power,
no, his reason for that was he's trying to say Peter Obi does not exactly have the justification, right, to condemn the government because he didn't do much while he was in government in Anambra State. That's the point that caller tried to make.
Okay, do you want us to go into
No,
that?
we can't, because please, we don't have time for that. No, he just said what he said. He said what he said, and that's it.
That's what I'm saying. Why don't we face the point? Because he's not even correct. Should we begin to reel out the achievements of people in Anambra State and even up to date?
Well, he said he doesn't know of any.
Nobody in politics will have ever been able to break it in Nigeria. We never break it.
All right.
Can we tell you, should we begin to talk about it? No, but that's not the issue, because that's why I say anybody that calls should go straight to the point and I tell us,
okay,
where is it?
Thank you, Daddy Henry.
That was launched with fanfare. The airline that was launched, where are they? What Yahoo can be bigger than that?
All right, thank you.
Thank you, Amaka. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you. But I think he said what he said, which was also part of the conversation anyway, because I mean, I did mention that there's the group of Nigerians who have criticized Peter Obi's constant criticism of the government. Yes. So if you follow the trend on social media, there are some people who are asking questions similar to what he asked, similar to what he said. Yes. So there's that also going on social media. Martins Smart says Peter Obi is absolutely correct. Those in government are worse than Yahoo boys. Prince says no doubt. Sonny Tex Udo says Mr. Obi is right. Chris Onyewani says Obi has said it all. To work road, no way. Light, no way. EFCC will go after boys with 20 million and take pictures with ex-governors with 83 billion. Watch how people died at Enugu State due to negligence of government. Obi, you are right. Okay. This message here also says, Amaka, I completely agree with Peter Obi. We have more Yahoo men and women holding political offices, especially in this particular government. Peter Obi is a free-minded Nigerian. Sincerely, if we're to be Peter Obi, if I were to be Peter Obi, I could have mentioned names of wicked and corrupt Nigerians milking the nation dry. Nigeria needs deliverance. Aboyo Kingsley from Rumokuta. All right, thank you so much for your messages. That's much I can take. Let's keep the calls coming tomorrow. Tomorrow is another day we go again. A commercial comes up next. I will take you through the world news at 10 p.m. This is Today 95.1 FM. Make sure that you stick to the dial.
All right, all you need to know about this one is that
95.1 FM. Such a unique style.
Please listen to this paid infomercial.
Herbal Heritage International, the Gokoroko, for herbal medicine, when they produce strong, correct medicine, they take the support with country health care system. Quarterly man, correct bakelistic Ogbonge herbal medicine, they know they come out for public anyhow, like a big basket. Full ground as every Christmas have been boundary. Sickness self sabi medicine will pass them. After all, monkey smart now because tree near tree is our forest. Heritage International will use the technology of computer testing machine to see and know before attacking that your health condition. We don't become Ubarumba for your life with the correct treatment. Therefore, whether definition or without definition, make you visit Herbal Heritage International. Offices were near you. Herbal Heritage International. Now you.
Hello and welcome to the program Roots and Herbs. Roots and Herbs is a program that discusses health-related challenges and suggests possible ways out from the herbal medicine perspective. Roots and Herbs is put together and sponsored by Herbal Heritage International, also known as Baba Yoruba. Baba Yoruba is currently having a special promo package. This promo package will give you the opportunity to enjoy 50% discount on all their products and services. This offer runs while the stock lasts at number 24 Ikwere Road, Mile 1 by Education Bus Stop, Port Harcourt. Number 24 Ikwere Road, Mile 1 by Education Bus Stop, Port Harcourt. This promo package will give you the opportunity to enjoy 50% discount on all their products and services. And at the same time, it will give you the privilege of meeting Baba Yoruba himself at the venue. For details and inquiries, the telephone number to call is 080 33 111 946. I repeat, 080 33 111 946. 080 33 111 946. On today's edition of the program, our topic for discussion is staphylococcal infection. And I have with me in the studio Dr. Botumba Abiodun. Sir, you're welcome to the program.
Thank you, Mr. Moderator. Staphylococcal infections do occur in the body system when Staphylococcus bacteria enters into the body system and spread within the body system, destroying body cells. Staphylococcus bacteria are majorly of three types that can afflict men. But of these three, the most pathogenic in nature, that is the one that is capable of causing diseases easily in men, is the Staphylococcus aureus, because it is capable of invading body cells, destroying them, causing different pathological changes in the body. When Staphylococcus bacteria spread in the body system, there are a number of changes that one can experience. This can result to burning sensation within the individual, and this can be seen as fever from time to time, or a situation where there is certain hotness coming from within. There can be skin manifestations in staphylococcal infection that can be given one periodic boils or rashes all over the body. In some people, such rashes can come around the pubic region, or even leading to boils that can lead to blisters or even ulcers on the skin. It is possible for one to experience persistent headache in staphylococcal infection because the body fluid is already contaminated. Staphylococcus, as we know, is a form of bacteria. Any bacteria that is capable of spreading in the body system can lead to reactions in the body that can further damage body tissues. And when this occurs, it is possible for one to experience joint pains in form of infective arthritis. Part of this bacteria can spread deep into the tissues of the heart, affecting the valves of the heart. And when this occurs, you discover that there can be palpitation that some will start witnessing as if they have panic attack. When this is allowed to continue in the body system, it is possible for one to start getting tired easily. There are many people, by walking from one pole to another, they get tired, or by doing just something that is not supposed to be that tasking in terms of energy consumption, they discover that it's as if they don't have enough hair where they are located. All this can be as a result of weakness of the heart, resulting from infection or spread of this bacteria we're talking about. When this bacteria is able to pollute the body fluid, it is possible for one to witness mouth odor. Mouth odor is a form of changes that is called halitosis, where people will start coming up with breath coming from within that is already polluted. There is no amount of time such people wash their mouth, you discover that the breath coming out is very offensive. All this can be as a result of pollution of the body system. It is possible, if any bacteria is able to dwell so long in the body system, to contaminate the whole body fluid and even damage nerves. When nerves are damaged, there can be tiredness. Not only this, it is possible for men to suffer a lot because this can degenerate to a situation where a man is unable to stand like a real man. When a man is unable to stand like a real man, it is seen as a serious challenge because the whole family can be affected. Part of the joy of the relationship can be stolen, and this can cause different rancors in the family. A man that is unable to stand as he should can find it difficult to get arousal. The desire for opposite sex can disappear, and once that arousal is not there, that is the ignition point. It means such a man will not be able to stand like a real man. In some people, the arousal can be there, but you discover that because nerves have been damaged, the transmission from the upper center down to the power point of man, that is in between his two thighs, can be weakened. When such occurs, you discover that such a man can even get arousal or is able to stand, but the type of standing that he has is not strong enough to help him to even get into the act. In some people, they make efforts to get into the act, but you discover that they are unable to spend more than a minute or more before they they are exhausted. Mind you, before a man can be called a real man, such a man must be able to have the arousal as desired and also be able to sustain the energy he has been able to gather for a considerable length of time. That is when such a man can be able to make his partner happy when it comes to man-to-woman interaction. So such men do suffer from this from time to time.
It's after knowing the root cause of the challenge that one will be able to know the right step to take for one to be totally free.
Whenever you experience anything that we have been able to mention or other things, it's very important for one to visit a competent health caregiver who will be able to run tests on one and pinpoint where the problem lies and prefer solution. For more enlightenment and advice, the number to call is 080-33-111-946. I repeat, 080-33-111-946. Thank you all.
All right, you've been listening to the program Roots and Herbs. Roots and Herbs is a program that discusses health-related challenges and suggests possible ways out from the herbal medicine perspective. Roots and Herbs is put together and sponsored by Herbal Heritage International, also known as Baba Yoruba. Baba Yoruba is currently having a special promo package. This promo package will give you the opportunity to enjoy 50% discount on all their products and services. This offer runs while the stock lasts at number 24 Ikwere Road, Mile 1 by Education Bus Stop, Port Harcourt. Number 24 Ikwere Road, Mile 1 by Education Bus Stop, Port Harcourt. This promo package will give you the opportunity to enjoy 50% discount on all their products and services. And at the same time, it will give you the privilege of meeting Baba Yoruba himself at the venue. For details and inquiries, the telephone number to call is 080 33 111 946. I repeat, 080 33 111 946. 080 33 111 946. I repeat, 080 33 111 946. Let's take our sponsor's message. Don't go away. We shall be right back.
Herbal Heritage International, the Kokoroko, for herbal medicine, we produce strong, correct medicine. They take the support with country healthcare system. Quatliman, correct bakelistic Ogbonge herbal medicine. They we know they come out for public anyhow like a big basket. Full ground as every Christmas have been boundary. Sickness self sabi medicine will pass them. After all, monkey smart now because tree near tree is a forest. Heritage International go use the technology of computer testing machine to see and know before attacking that your health condition. We don't become Ubarugba for your life with the correct treatment. Therefore, whether definition or without definition, make you visit Herbal Heritage International. Offices way near you. Herbal Heritage International. Now
You're welcome back to Roots and Herbs. Roots and Herbs is a program that discusses health-related challenges and suggests possible ways out from the herbal medicine perspective. Roots and Herbs is put together and sponsored by Herbal Heritage International, also known as Baba Yoruba. Baba Yoruba is currently having a special promo package. This promo package will give you the opportunity to enjoy 50% discount on all their products and services. This offer runs while the stock lasts at number 24 Ikwere Road, Mile 1 by Education Bus Stop, Port Harcourt. Number 24 Ikwere Road, Mile 1 by Education Bus Stop, Port Harcourt. This promo package will give you the opportunity to enjoy 50% discount on all their products and services. And at the same time, it will give you the privilege of meeting Baba Yoruba himself at the venue. For details and inquiries, the telephone number to call is 080 33 111 946. I repeat, 080 33 111 946. 080 33 111 946. Until we come your way again, remain blessed.
And that was a paid infomercial.
Radio has never been this good. Today, 95.1 FM, Port Harcourt.